let the sweat dry off. And retaliate the hardest, regardless. If you a thug or a rap artist, respect me like Pesci. And if rap was hockey, I'd be Gretzky, puffin' Nestle. And y'all done started something, acting invincible like you got or something. If you got, then I'm gonna mix a lot till you rot. And if you will play it and play for everything you
want to
got.
start the podcast or no?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm just saying. You sitting here rapping me to death. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Feeling good, man. Fresh out of church, man.
Hey, you said prayer for your boy?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Always, man.
Hey.
I'm gonna see how I go. I'm gonna see how this podcast go fresh out of church.
All right.
Okay.
You need to get a fresh haircut. Your shit a little busted at the top, yo.
Yo, we ain't gonna do that right now. It's
Man,
coming on
your
Wednesday.
shit
We gonna do that. You gonna do
basuda, B.
Now, listen, man. You gonna do that to me right now?
Yeah,
You gonna do that to me?
absolutely. Come on, man. Get your shit together, bro.
Listen, man.
Huh.
Brothers talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Episodes 2-8.
2-8.
That Marshall Falk.
That's it.
Right. That's 2-8. Right. Definitely. I am the Flesh Man, better known as the Fat Boy, also known as the man who has no problem calling you broadish. Oh yeah, I'm your Huckleberry. Oh yeah, and I'm the boy who always messes up. So stand by for the corrections.
And I'm Rel, aka Iceberg Shorty, the king of controversial comments. I said what I said. Don't at me unless you try and cut the check. And oh yeah, Mr. I don't give a fuck. All capital letters.
All capital letters.
All capital letters.
All right, we're gonna keep the tradition going. You know, we've been doing this thing a little differently since early in the game. Everybody want to come on. Everybody think they can run with the big dogs.
Yeah.
And laugh at the big dogs and do this podcast thing. So we're gonna see what it's about. Let's make the call.
Are we jumping right into it?
We jumping right into it.
Okay. Shit, you ain't saying nothing but a word.
Let's go. Call him up.
We need an ill ass intro when we bring people in too, yo. We just be like, yo.
Now, I'm gonna do it for him.
Yo.
What's good, guy?
What's up, brother?
Hey, listen, man, I can't call it, man. Slow mo.
Hey.
All right, y'all. This is Kenyon, Yon Boogie, Yon from the hood, Fred if you from Logan. It's my brother. We go back to football 1, 2, 3 hold. Hooping every day. Right. This is the only guy hoop every day. Listen, hey, Iceberg. I can hear the ball bouncing coming down the block. Here it come. Listen, hey, Iceberg, we be on the court. It be 4 balls out there that's 6'4". He got the first pick. He picking me. I'm like, yo, dog, what is you doing? Get one of these 6'4" balls. I'm not going nowhere. Ain't nobody picking me.
Listen, we riding.
To the death of me, you know what I mean, bug? Yeah.
Right. How you doing, bro? How you?
Man, I ain't gonna I ain't complaining, man. Life is good, man. All is well. When Neve was like, "Yeah, I want to get on," I said, "Bet, bring my brother on. Let's do this."
Listen, man, my condolences to you, man, for all your losses and all that, man.
Man, I appreciate that, man.
God bless you and your family, man. Y'all stay strong. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, bro.
Man, that's what it's about moving forward at the end of the day. But condolences to you, brother.
I appreciate you, man. You know, it's 2019. We're gonna have a better year this year, man. All is gonna be well.
Absolutely.
No doubt. All right, listen, man. We've been getting a lot of grapes about the sports talk from the ladies, but y'all got to give us a few minutes. Sit through this. We got to talk about the elephant in the room.
And you can fast forward 15 seconds if you don't like it. You know
last night, Pacquiao versus Broner. What y'all think, man?
That motherfucker's delusional. I was just talking to Trig. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, Trig, come on, yo.
Who's delusional, bro?
Adrian Broner is delusional because he thought that he won something. I don't think he won one round. That nigga wildin'. Bug, you see it? You see a highlight?
Yeah, I saw it, man. Listen, man, I like Adrian Broner. Like, at the end of the day, like, I look at Adrian Broner, like, the nigga hit hard. Like, he's a hard-hitting, he fast. The nigga don't throw no punches, though. He don't put none of that together. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you didn't win that fight, bro.
Hold on.
I think deep down in his heart, he ain't win.
Right, listen. The thing was, Pacquiao was. So a lot of things that he used to doing in the ring, he couldn't really do. Cats who run around here thinking because Pacquiao 40 years old is sweet, it's not. Right. If you think because Floyd P. Pacquiao is sweet, it's not. At 40 years old, that man had energy at 25, 26, 27. That was crazy. And at 40 years old, he still got it. And it was and one thing I could give Broner got a chin, boy, because he took a couple punches that I think would have put cats on their shoulder blades.
That body shot was vicious too.
He hit him with a left hook that he stumbled back on and hit the ropes. There's a couple rounds where he almost put him down.
Right.
Definitely. So what's next for Pacquiao, man? Who knows? I mean,
we do know what's next for Pacquiao.
What's next for Pacquiao?
That Floyd fight.
Again?
Bro, let me tell you something, man. Boxing is about money. It's so weird that people don't see it that way. Why was it a Mayweather promotion?
Do you think it's going to be? I think Floyd better be careful what he wish for.
That's
He might
fine.
not
He can
want
be
that
careful
smoke.
what he wish for, but it's still worth $100 million.
You're right, but he might not want that smoke.
We've been saying that shit for 20 years.
This ain't the little Chinese boy that he ran up on and did a little 3-round.
He already beat Manny Pacquiao. What are we talking about?
Listen, Manny's still hungry.
Hungry for what? Another ass whipping? He bust his ass that time. He gonna bust his ass this time. Are we kidding?
You got too much faith.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. Look, it's gonna be a better fight. You know what I'm saying? But Floyd, listen, man. I think Floyd gonna do him even more dirty.
I do too. Yeah.
Floyd been playing around.
Floyd know he gonna be up against a better Pacquiao. He know he's gonna be up against a better Pacquiao. He gonna bring more.
But who has he fought? When was the last time Floyd was challenged?
What do you? Okay, right. The Pacquiao fight.
Right. So Pacquiao still been out here fighting cats. Floyd been out here doing goofy stuff.
Yo, it's God given talent, yo. It don't take much, yo. Come on, bro.
And listen,
like you said, we can count on these hands how many meaningful shots he done took. Boog, you can't see me, but I got all 10 fingers up. Through his whole career, 50-0, we can count on my 2 hands how many times he done got hit.
Right.
The nigga's still pretty, man. Pretty boy Floyd, man.
But listen, yo, time is undefeated, man.
Then that goes the same thing for the old man in Pacquiao.
But guess what? The old man in Pacquiao been boxing real guys. He ain't been boxing pizza men and Chinese food delivery.
Who he been really boxing?
He just fought Broner. Broner ain't no walking apart. Broner sweet now. I hate that laugh, yo. If you don't laugh like that the whole 2019, I'll do whatever it takes.
That motherfucker sucked. 3-3-1. Did you think he was gonna win last night?
Who, Broner?
Yeah.
It was gonna take a miracle. Me and we was going back and forth about it. I said I would be. I think I told you, or I might have been me and T talking. Me and T was talking. She was like, "Who you at?" I said I'd have been shocked if Broner would have won. I would have been shocked if Broner would have won.
Right.
You tripping, yo.
So you thought Broner was gonna beat Manny?
Huh?
You thought Broner was gonna beat Manny Pacquiao?
No, because he don't take boxing serious.
Right.
It's a game. Like the best part of that whole fight was the press conferences. The one before, the one after. That was the best one. I fell asleep from round 6 to 11. I was in the
I
bed,
woke up in round 6.
Fuck out.
That's crazy. That's crazy that you said that, bro. Because I fell asleep, bro. It was like the 5th round. I was out.
Listen, that's crazy that y'all.
The highlights.
Listen, it's crazy that y'all say that because I woke up at the 6th round. Because I was asleep. I was watching. I had the fight on. I watched the guy from Cincinnati, the other guy from Cincinnati. I want to say his name was
Brown.
No, not before the Brown. Not before the light heavyweight. The one before that.
Okay.
When I thought he was going to win, the Black Boy was going to win, but Roy Jones got one.
Yeah.
I watched that one. Then I fell asleep.
You talking about the 2 dudes that was in the Olympics together?
The one, yeah, the dude from Cincinnati like Broner.
Okay. Yeah, had the beard.
Right. Yeah, he had the beard with the crazy fro or something.
Yeah.
And he lost. I thought he was going to win, and he lost. I fell
not.
asleep on that and woke up for the last 6 rounds.
You know how like people only have one hand, man?
Yep.
Bull only had one hand. He
Yeah.
only had that right hand. That's all he had. And then when he got that headbutt, is that the fight you talking about? The headbutt?
Nah. The fight before that.
Not the light heavyweights.
Oh, the little dudes.
Right.
Yeah, them dudes.
Okay.
Nah, yo.
Bro. All right. The boy, he just just couldn't do nothing with him in the later run. Right?
Yo, that headbutt was nasty though. Like I'm glad you brought
That's
that
in
shit.
the light heavyweight joint, right?
Yo, his shit was split from the top all the way down to the bridge of his nose.
I missed that.
Oh yeah, bro, like a motherfucker took a hatchet to the middle of his face.
That was bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, we not going. All right, we going. Get the ladies what they want and leave the boxing alone for right now. Let's talk about Draco, Big Draco,
Big Draco, Big Soldier.
Big Soldier Boy. Is he having a hell of a 2 weeks or what?
Yo, Soldier Boy always been entertaining. Like that's it. He can jump right into the mix and go right at whatever, right? So the things that he's saying are hilarious, right? He know how to do it. He been marketing himself this way since he was 16 years old. If it ain't broke, he ain't gotta fix it. He filling that whole void with Takashi from some shit that he started. Tiger, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, hold on. Go ahead. Hey, how you feel about that, Jan?
What, the Soldier Boy situation?
Yeah.
Listen, man, he's a genius, man. he's a genius, man. He got all the $1 million at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The nigga got turned up real early. Why not continue that? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that tried it and they failed at it. You know what I mean? So, like, I respect it, man. That's what the world is about. The world is about entertainment. The world is about people to tune in. It's about those clicks. You know what I'm saying? It's about people to max up who's the best in 2018 and all that. All this havoc going on. That's what it's about. And he's doing it on a whole nother level. And he's been doing it for a long time. People, you know, like even me, I forgot about. You know what I'm saying? He was like one of the first to start streaming and all that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Getting his music out there through the internet and all that. You know what I mean? So you know. At the end of the day, you know, all that stuff that he was talking about, bro, it's all about entertainment, man. It's all about turning on whatever radio station he's at, tune in. You know what I mean? That's all it's about, man. I respect it.
Definitely. And if you think he's stupid, if somebody thinks this young cat don't got no sense because of what things, because he says some things out of his mouth that gives you the illusion that he has no sense, please understand that this boy is not dumb. He turns it on and off so quick. I give him that to be able to go from talking crazy to saying something that makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's amazing to watch him do.
Yeah.
And I think it's drugs involved though. Don't get me wrong. That boy doing something more than weed. I don't care what he's talking about.
You think so?
He go from talking greasy about Tiger to he can't wait to do a song with Tiger in like a 2-minute span.
Yo, that's all him, yo. Like I don't think he's dumb by any stretch, right? And it's so easy to cop a plea and say drugs, but everything he said made sense, right? So whether like when he was on Everyday Struggle, and I don't fuck with Everyday Struggle no more. So you know what I'm saying. Ever since Joe left, I literally have not watched one episode, but I saw the snippet of it when he was saying, when the Deska asked him why he had so many businesses, like. That's some old slave mentality shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's dig deeper into that. Right? Like, what the fuck you mean why he got so many businesses? He got the Soldier Watch, he got the video game, he got all this shit going on. You should be applauding that. Like, that was the dumbest shit I heard the whole week. And she's smart. Like, fuck you mean why he got so many businesses? That's why we can't progress as a people. You know what I'm saying? But that's a deeper, darker thing anyway.
Well, I mean,
That's a whole nother level.
While we there though, it's something interesting to be said. We are all guys who are in our mid to late 30s. How important is it for us right now to be our own bosses? I know for a fact both of you gentlemen are men who have jobs but really are about, the future of, not having to have a job and having, being a boss of your own situation. So at this age, going from the Soldier Boy situation and guys like that who make their own way and people want to criticize, how important is that as young black, as what are we, middle-aged black men?
Go ahead, Jan.
Hey, listen, man, that's very important, man. At the end of the day, man, the world is moving so fast. You know what I mean? And we didn't grow up learning how to hold ourselves down. Like I ain't grow up, I ain't get nothing passed down to me on the business side. You know what I mean? So me coming into the knowledge and giving up a lot of things, you know what I mean? I actually really just started opening up a book. It was just that simple for me to like, you know, at 35 years old, man, I got to buckle down and try this, man. I got to do this. I got to do something that I got my own name on it. You know what I mean? I think it's very important. I don't have kids right now, but who knows that when I turn 37, I might have a little young boy. I want to be able to like pass something down to him. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just working at a job, I'm not going to be able to do that. You know what I mean? It's very important for us as, I don't even want to really say black men. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't no pro-black dude. I just want to say men, period. For us to buckle down and really get our own, man. And really get our own. You know what I mean? A little bit more on the black side, but just men, period. I just feel like we just need to buckle down and really get our own. There's so many avenues out here for us to have our own that we got to take advantage of. There's so many opportunities to get at a dollar. You know what I mean? That we got to take. We got to go ahead and go out there and do it, man. We got to pull up our loans and do it, man. It's even in the scriptures, you know. And I'm a believer. The Bible talks about all types of. Back in our ancestors, they had their own. You know what I mean? They had their own back then. They had their own land, their own cattle, their own food. You know what I mean? They were set apart. Us as men, we got to be set apart from the world. There's some people that's men that want to have a job. They want to be told what to do. But there's others that, you know what I'm saying? When you come into the knowledge like me, I can't ignore that. I can't ignore what's out here. I can't ignore what's out here. Like my value is a lot better doing it on my own. You know what I mean? Right. And I still got a job. So that's even more of an income. You know what I mean? I don't even want to take too much time on that, but it's very important for us to have our own as men.
All right, let me go, Iceberg. For me, I'm in that weird space where as though do I don't really know yet what I wanna where do I wanna take my where do I wanna do my own thing at. I know my skill set, I know in this food game, I'm real nice with it. To not be seem cocky, but I'm real nice in this cook game, man. And people always ask me, and people have always tried to, do business with me. And I'm really, for me, it's more of a doing it the right way, and that's my main focus. Of, I mean, it's easy to jump out here and go do something. I can go do anything, or let me go cook and so. I'm not trying to, even with the, I'm not trying to, and what, okay, as black people, especially as cooks what is suspected, and I can't speak for another tent, but in Philly, it's like if you cook, you sell platters, and you do soul food. And they be like, for me, I don't want to do
what everybody else is doing.
right. I don't want to do soul food. Like my real thought process really be like a juice bar, like things that are good for you. Don't get me wrong. At 270, I'm not the most healthiest guy, but I think that's more of I'm not trying to settle for one demographic. When you do soul food, do a lot of people like it, but it's mostly a black thing. Every cook that went to school, it seemed like that's doing their own thing, end up doing soul food. I don't want to do that. I want to do something different. So I find myself in a place where as though I'm just not going to jump into anything just to do it. People be like, yo, let's go do this, or I put the money up. And if business ain't done right, I don't want to do business. So for me, at the age of 36, going on 37 in June, is do I want to have my own? Yes, but it got to be right. You get what I'm saying? It can't be sloppy. It can't be done the wrong way. It has to be done right, and that's my main concern as far as my business. Before I jump out here and just do it just to do it, I want to make sure all my T's is crossed and my I's is dotted before I jump out here on my own type time. What's up with you, Iceberg?
So it's funny, like we was talking last week about the whole was that last week or was that 2 weeks ago? About the Canon class. Was that
What, the Nick Cannon joint?
yeah, that was me, you and Jordan.
It was last week. It was last
Yeah,
week.
that was me, you and Jordan.
Right.
So I finally watched it. I started watching yesterday. And they was talking about, you know what I'm saying, nepotism, right? So they was talking about, you know, us as black men just having, you know, this being one generation down in nepotism and handing something down, right?
Right.
Because it just wasn't there for us in our, you know what I'm saying, from our elders, our old heads, pops, moms, grandparents, all those things. We normally just leave debt behind when people pass away, right? Or
Right.
we jumping on GoFundMe real quick because we can't afford to bury our loved ones, right?
Right.
That happens more often than not. Motherfuckers would rather buy Jordans than to buy life insurance. And dog, I got a policy, right? I pay $75 a month, right? So I gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying, mine's are straight if you know the event of my untimely demise.
Right.
Because there's so much more and I just can't leave them without. But I carry that in the same fashion of me living, right? So if you know anything about me, I'm busy, right? I got so much shit going on.
Right.
I got a business where I'm helping clients, and my client list is growing, right? So, there's people out here who don't have 80 clients and they got brick and mortar businesses, right? I'm sitting here in my bedroom, got a printer set up in my laptop and my phone, and I got damn near 100 clients who I'm helping with a process that has been failing them. And it's very rewarding, man, both financially and mentally, because I'm doing the right thing. But it's all for a bigger cause, man. Call me bougie, call me stuck up. Like, I don't want to go to your local club, right? I want to say, yo, it's Tuesday. Fuck it, let's go to LA and go see the Lakers, right? That's how I want to live my life, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because we
Not
didn't been to the club, right? We was going to the club on Tuesday in Virginia. So where's
right.
the maturation come in? And that really goes to our mentality about wanting more and wanting to do and be more. Just like Jan was saying, like, people have to want to be more and want to do more. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you should want to do that. I'm not wrong because I want to, you know what I'm saying, experience better things in life. I really don't want to fuck with you if you don't. I'd rather not deal with you. You know what I'm saying? But that's it on that one because I could talk all day about that shit.
Hey, listen, man. I want to add something though. I want to add something to that. Can I add something to that?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go off the premise of what Neef was talking about, how he was saying that he don't know. You know what I'm saying? He don't know where to go with it, and you know what I'm saying, with the cook game, stuff like that. Yeah, I was adding, like, even with the cook game with Neef, like, I think Neef would have so much support. Like, I don't think you really understand, like, how many people mess with you like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you will have so much reach, so much support, and on that cook game to the point where you don't gotta get your own truck. You don't gotta get your own brick and mortar. Like, you could just do it out your own house, out your own home, do a fresh fry, something like that. Something to just generate some more population and stuff like that. I don't think you realize how much more support. You know what I'm saying? Like, it won't even be like building it from the ground up for you. I understand that you gotta see it for yourself, but sometimes we gotta go ahead and take the bull by his horn and go
Right.
like this thing, man. Just try it out, man. I think you should try out this cook thing. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're nice with your hands with it. Your culinary arts is nice with it.
Bananas.
Don't just be working for don't just be working for somebody else when you could be putting that into your own pockets. I know that you will bloom for it. When you told me about the podcast thing, I don't even know how other people was excited. Nigga, I was excited when he
You
told me
was.
about that y'all doing a podcast because it's a business. You know what I'm saying? It's a business. Y'all doing it for yourself. Y'all got it's passion involved with this. It ain't even about the money. It's passion involved with this. Nigga, the food situation ain't even about the money with you. It's something that you love to do. But I know it'll be prosperity on the other end of that. You know what I'm saying? I know it'll be abundance on the other end of that. Nigga, you got 100% support from me and everybody else who I put on to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's a thought that's in your head to, hey, I should do it or I shouldn't do it. I know it's something there. But if you do it, bro, I'm near 100%. And I know you'll have 1,000 other people that's with you, bro, that you probably wouldn't never even realize that's with you, bro. So keep
No,
that in mind, man. Keep that in mind, bro.
no. Listen, I definitely feel that. Don't get me wrong. But for me, it's like even like the house whole twisters. Don't get me wrong. I know I got support. A lot of people love what I do, man. It's crazy. Like, perfect example, right? At my job right now, I make this seafood. It's more like a chowder, right? But it's a seafood bisque. I call it seafood bisque, right? I make Monday through Thursday. I make fish, right? And whatever fish I don't use, I save it. And so at the end of the week on Friday, I break that fish up, make it like a chowder for real, add that fish to the. I might have some, and on Wednesdays I make clam chowder. So if I got some clam chowder left, I'll say that too. So I take all that stuff, boom, put it in the pot, add some milk to it, season it up, and I make what I call seafood bits, but it's more of a seafood chowder. When I tell you this shit go, it go. Don't get me wrong. I understand my hands is nice, but in the business sense of things, I know that me being nice with my hands in the cook game ain't enough. That's like me being nice with bars, and that's not being enough. I can rap all day. I was pretty nice with the bars. But at the end of the day, that's not enough. For me personally, it just got to make sense. I don't want to stick myself. I don't want to put myself in a box on no culinary type time.
Right,
You
but
know
you're
what I'm
not
saying?
using your resources either, yo, because your brother's sitting here, you talk to him 6 days a week, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time, seven, got his MBA in finance, and you know I'm nice with the business.
Right. I
So,
know that.
like, but
Listen, I understand that. It's something that I have to be. Now, what I understand also is when you have your own business, that's something that you do. It's not you don't go to work and come home. What I do right now, I go to work, I come home, and when I leave work where it's at. When I have my own business, I understand that. Guess what? That's 24/7, 7 days a week. You get what I'm saying? So, and it is for me personally. My daughter's at an age, she's still young. I'm just really just chilling for a second. And I know you can't sit back here and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. I get that. But I feel like I'm just trying to do what I gotta do, family wise.
it'll
It's
never
gonna
be the
come.
right time. So you're looking at it the wrong way, right? Bring Bree ass to the goddamn restaurant so she can learn and take over when you put your hands up, and she'll have something, right?
Right. I
You
don't
know what
have
I'm
it
saying?
figured out.
She
Listen,
she
bro.
wanna she want no, you're not listening. She wanna
Go
spend
ahead.
time with you. I don't care where that's at, right? So if she can spend time with you learning a trade that's gonna always be there, then that's better than coming to the house and kick it, or going to the movies, or going bowling. All of that's better.
I dig that. I haven't found where I want to go yet. That's the
Right.
truth of the matter.
I understand.
Truth of the matter is,
Don't use my
I'm
niece
not
in your
sure.
bullshit. That's all I'm saying.
Huh?
Don't use my niece in your bullshit.
I'm not
You,
using.
you did.
I'm not using my your niece
My
in my
whole twist
bullshit.
about it is I need capital, right? So how much money I can make so I can say, cool, I got an extra 50 bands and I'm gonna throw the niece to start this up. That's my only issue. Not my
Right.
belief in you, not the fact that you can't do it. It's the capital, right? Because if anybody know me, it's only fun if you get money with your friends.
Right.
Only.
Right.
So yeah, don't
That's
throw
not even a
Breezy in there.
question.
Like you, Breeze.
I
Yeah,
don't.
say don't do
For
that.
me, and it's not going to be understood by everybody. Everybody wants me just to go open your own shit right now. And for me, it's like I don't even know really. Listen, and even with the food game, now I'm gonna keep it a beam with the food game. I'm not in love with the food game. I'm just nice at it. I don't watch the cooking channel and take down recipes and shit. I don't be online looking for recipes to do shit with. I just happen to be nice at cooking. You get what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
just happen to be nice at it. I know at the end of the day, it's going to make me. I feel like it could be something that could be. If I walked away from cooking right now and just cooked at home and did something else professionally, and that was my profession, I would be cool with it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not. Oh my God, I have to cook.
Mm-hmm.
But when I step in the kitchen, it comes easy to me. When I decided, when I was in, when I joined the Navy, I was in Job Corps, and I took the test, and I was a dental tech for one day. I picked dental technician, then I changed to culinary because as a young buck, my mom was just on that type of time where as though she was like, I don't want my son to ever depend on no woman. So it was important to her for me to learn how to cook. It was important for her for me to learn how to take care of myself. So
Mm-hmm.
cooking just naturally, my dad is a very good cook. Don't tell him I said it though, because he get hyped. My mom was a
Pop
great
nice,
cook.
yo.
Pop is nice. Listen,
Mommy was
Pop the only
nice.
one make ribs you don't need no sauce for. That nigga
yo,
ribs is so
yo,
good. You don't
right.
need no fucking sauce.
Pop ready
So,
to cook for
but so
days.
that shit, that's something that's inside of me. That's not something that's like, oh my God, I have to cook and I go crazy over it. I'm just nice at it. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I just I gotta figure it out first. And then when it happens, it's gonna happen, and we're gonna bust a move and we're gonna talk about it and it's gonna be great. But I'm just not rushing. Everybody wants me to rush. Oh yo, let's go. Triz wanted me to go do something with him. My pop wanted me to go do something with him. Everybody wants me to go do something. If I had a truck right now, people tell me all the time, "Oh, if you had a truck, I would go to it," and that's cool. But I just need to make sure whatever I put my 100% into is what I want, and it's the best thing for Hanif on the daily basis.
Okay. Just don't bring Breezy up, yo. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I was just
I'm just
saying.
saying, yo. That's all I'm saying.
All right, you're right.
All right.
Boogie, you still there, Boogie?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool. Yeah, you had some things. Listen, first of all, if y'all just listen, this is my guy. This one, first of all, we gonna talk about the Chrome days and let's run these streets. Let's run these Philly streets together.
The Chrome and Jersey days.
Right,
Hey.
right, definitely. We're not gonna do that. But one thing about Jan had some things that he felt like he wanted to go into as far as the podcast. So I'm giving him the open floor. What's on your mind, bro? What you want to talk about?
I mean, it's particular, like, like grinding my kids. You know what I mean? Like,
Grinding my gears 20 minutes in. I like it.
it's something that's like, it's something that's real dear to my heart, right? Because, me at being 35, I wasn't always like this. So I had to change for me to get into this business aspect and things like that. But it started through a relationship. It started through a marriage. You know what I'm saying? And my marriage, I didn't know which way I was going to go. You know what I mean? I was making, making okay money, you know what I'm saying, truck driving and all that. Truck driving ain't no game. You know what I'm saying? You can make good money truck driving and all things like that, but it was still something missing. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not going to make this story real long because it's a long story. But anyway, I was married to a girl. You know what I mean? I was married to a girl, whatever. I'm still legally married to her, right? But, separated right now. She started resenting me, you know what I mean? Because we didn't have a child. You know what I'm saying? And instead of me being her husband, it started feeling like, it started feeling like a nut house. You know what I'm saying? She always crying, snotty nose, rascal all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just going crazy all the time to the point where me as a man, it's like, yo, do we need to get help, like professional help? She ain't want no professional help and things like that. So, as this was going on for a while. So about 3 years after that, I set her down. I'm like, listen, man, if you living in misery because we ain't have a child yet, you know what I'm saying? First of all, we barely even having conversations. There's a lot of variations throughout this relationship that's just not clicking. You know what I mean? It could be that. It could be something that we missing within each other. Because at the end of the day, we're no longer two people. We are one person. You know what I'm saying? And God blesses in harmony. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have a baby whenever it's ready to, whenever God wanna bless us in that way. And this is how I'm talking to her. You know what I'm saying? So I set her down. I said, listen, if you living in misery, we need to start making moves now. At this time, I'm 27 years old. You know what I'm saying? I still got thick hair and all that. Like, I don't want to be all old and then you wake up one morning and you like, I'm done. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you just, you know what I'm saying? I already seen that coming. So I set her down like, listen, we need to make moves now. She said, no, it ain't, you know what I mean? She still want to be in this relationship. This and the third. Okay, cool. So when I started seeing her resenting me again years from now, I seen it already happening. So me, I didn't take that energy. I didn't take that energy to the club. You know what I mean? I didn't take that energy to sitting at the bar all the time and using that energy somewhere else. I started going into the scriptures. Because at the end of the day, I am a believer. You know what I'm saying? And the scriptures talk about marriage. It's like almost like 2,500 scriptures about marriage and being one and how God blesses in harmony. You know what I'm saying? So when I started presenting these things to her, she didn't want to hear nothing about that on the spiritual side. And I wasn't forcing it down her throat or anything like that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, she wasn't giving me no type of support, no type of understanding. I'm caring about your feelings. You caring about your feelings. I'm a guy. I got feelings too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So right. I started making her accountable for this relationship just as much as me. So I'm not going to continue to keep biting the bullet all the time, apologizing when I'm not wrong. You know what I'm saying? Just to make a happy house, happy house, happy wife, happy life. That's bullcrap. Because I did that, and it still was no happy house. It still was no happy life. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that was some type of like misery there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, I'm putting up with it more than you are because I'm still being a husband. I'm making more money. I got more accounts. You don't want for anything. Whenever you scratch, I itch it. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you itch, I scratch it or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I was doing too much to the point where am I being used right now? You know what I mean? Like, I'm taking too much off their plate for you to be accountable. So I started pulling back on stuff. I'm like, listen, man, we're not going on to these 7-day ventures and all that. I'm not spending no bread like that. You know what I'm saying? When it don't mean nothing. At the end of the day, it starts from at home. How we gonna make it right outside the home, and we ain't making it right in the home?
In the house,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
It started not making any sense to me, and it took me till I'm about 33, 34 around this time to realize, like, hold up, man, I could be saving some of this money, man. You know what I'm saying? I could be saving this money to build something different. You know what I'm saying? I'm just conforming to her needs all the time. So I changed. A lot of people say when you're in a relationship, oh, I don't want you to change, man. Why are we in a relationship if we're not going to change? You still want me to be how I was at 17? You still want me
Right.
to be at 21? You want me to be a 21-year-old young? That's what you want? You don't want that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. So I changed. I changed as a man because I seen something better. I see something greater. You know what I mean? I didn't know what direction I was going to go, but I seen something better for me as a man. And it started in the house. You know what I'm saying? So what I started doing, I started doing like things that made sense to me. Okay, there's certain things that I want to repair in the crib, and certain things that I want to change in the crib, and things like that. Because at the end of the day, it starts at home. So I started gutting out the house, renovating my house, brand new appliances, brand new couches. I wanted to be more comfortable for my lady. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be more comfortable for my wife. I ain't even really thinking about me at this point. I'm thinking about her. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
But see, you know what, bro? I hate to cut you off.
yeah.
For me, it feels like, and I've been guilty of that too. And like me and you've had conversations before, and I've been in a relationship where as though I felt like it's all about I'm giving, and I'm apologizing for shit, and I know I'm not wrong. I don't feel like I'm wrong just to fix shit. You get what I'm saying? And honestly, if y'all wasn't meant to be, probably the best thing in the world that ever happened to y'all was y'all not having a child. Because when you have a child, that's
It's a
something that,
whole different layer.
listen, what people don't understand is if you're gonna be a dad and really be a dad, not be a father, be a dad. You get what I'm saying? And be a part of the ups and downs you can go through with a woman. Like this shit ain't just no when you really being on your dad shit, you can't avoid her. You get what I'm saying? So it's been man, listen, it's been time it's been times it's sometimes, man, it's the best thing that ever happened is not having it because if y'all not gonna work, you never know how that situation gonna turn out. And it's an 18-year, 20-year commitment
Right.
that y'all gotta deal with each other. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Definitely. But I know how it is. Like end of the day, it gotta be some if it's not a two-way street, then it's not cool. Like I know how it is to give and give and give. And then after that, and I told me you had this conversation. I was so after that relationship with my daughter mom, I was like, yo, listen, any red flags, I'm just not, I'm gonna stop the relationship. I was like I was like extreme because I had gave and gave and gave and tried, hoping that she would be different because of my actions.
Yeah.
And I was like, after that, I was like, well, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to accept it for being what it is. And any red flags, I was going to walk away from it. But then it's like, now that I'm been through I'm 5 years removed from that situation, I understand that okay, every situation you're not gonna get along. The first I was to the point where when I first left my daughter mom, my mentality was, oh, this ain't working, oh, we got a problem, more walk away from it. Instead of it being a thing where it's the okay, like that 80-20 thing. And that's I think it's real crucial. It was a Tyler Perry movie, I can't remember which one it was. It might have been Why Did I Get Married? Or it wasn't Why Did I Get Married, but
It
no, it was Why
was.
Did I Get
It
Married.
was why I get married. Yeah.
It's the 80-20 thing. Like you gotta accept the things that y'all don't get along with. But if it's 80, like when the good outweighs the bad. You get what I'm saying? Like it's 80% good. And it's not gonna be perfect. You get what I'm saying? But I think it's important that even if your whole perception is to make her happy, if she don't got that same mentality, then it's not gonna work.
Yeah. And like, I stayed in a relationship probably 5 years. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
Before you go, real, because my gears is grinding like a mug right now. Before you go on, I know you want to put your part in real quick, bro. Let me just finish this off though. So I changed. That's basically my grind. The grinding of my gears is how people don't want to change. How you coming into a relationship and don't want to grow, don't want to evolve? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to move forward. You want to always blame me for the things that happened when we was 27, 28 years old, when something that happened at 33 years old. Like, it don't even make any sense to me anymore. You know what I mean? So, yes, I changed. Because it's going to be all on me anyway. I'm gonna change certain things. And I'm
But
going
no,
to demand certain things back. You know what I mean? And it started getting a little crazy, but it started getting a little crazy to the point where you're going to have to start making a decision because you're accountable for this relationship just as well as I'm accountable for this relationship. And this next relationship that I get him, I'm not going to stop being who I am. I'm a giver. I want my lady to be comfortable. I want my lady to not want for nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what type of dude I am. That's just in me. So, but that lady got to be worth it, though. You know what I'm
it
saying?
gotta be, bro. It gotta be a two-way street, though. Know what? They don't want you. People, listen. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Some people don't want you. Some people, when they selfish and they see that, let's say the way you are is beneficial to them, and your growth isn't beneficial to them anymore. Those are the ones who don't want you to grow. You get what I'm saying? When they selfish and they feel like your growth is affecting how you were before, and you're not the same, you're not as naive or you're not as giving, and you're more on some type of time like you got to meet me halfway. So if it's like you're 100% trying to fix it, of course that person who used to you fixing everything and making everything right, they don't want you to grow, and those are the people you need to have around. And that's why it's a blessing that you didn't have a child. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I'm not the most religious, and I'm trying to build. You know what I'm saying? As far as that, but man, listen, when it's as a guy who's not with his daughter mom anymore, and we try to, and we go through our ups and downs. Man, it's a challenge, and it can be very difficult. You get what I'm saying? Not saying that I resent my child because I love my daughter, and she's worked every argument I gotta have with her mom, but it's a lot when y'all bumping heads, and you know Iceberg because you've been through it too.
Oh, I was great,
And
go, but I'm letting y'all
go
get
ahead,
y'all
go ahead,
shit
bro.
off.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm letting y'all get y'all shit off, man. So I'm sitting here, I'm
It's all
listening.
about change for me, man. It's all about change for me. If you're in a relationship, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Both parties should change to grow, to evolve. That's basically, that's all I got, man. It's to change. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
yeah. So my shit got like 2 or 3 layers to it, right? So having a relationship with somebody who I wasn't with my son's entire life, you know what I'm saying, coming up on 20 years now, you know what I'm saying, it was a different element, you know what I'm saying, for me. That relationship went back and forth a lot to the point where, we don't speak to this day, right? I've had, we probably said 10 words to each other in 6.5 years. Um, and I'm fine with that, right? So that's part one. And then part two, you know what I'm saying, having a son with somebody I was married to and staying in that relationship probably 5 years longer than I should have because there's you might not be compatible with the person you're with, and you have to be okay with that, right? So when I'm around my family and they saying to me, "We got Terrell back," you know what I'm saying? That's important, right? So then to get into a situation where I'm happy now being in my relationship and being with my wife because she knows me and I've known her since I was 14 years old. So all of those things matter. You see what I'm saying? Um, and in that relationship, us not having a child together, which is also a different dynamic because you would wish and want that everything that's happened to you would have happened to you with this particular person, right?
Right.
But as life progressed, like we are beyond that step and stage in our life, right? So you know what I'm saying, having to start over or thinking that having or wanting a child when you know what I'm saying your youngest child is about to be 12 years old, like that's the reality, right? So I
Right.
mean, for me, that's hustling backwards. But I spent so many of my younger years being unhappy and doing things with somebody I really shouldn't have been with, to now I really just want to empty nest and explore life in the world with the person that makes me happy, right? So I want to go out here and explore and do all these things that I couldn't do or didn't want to do with somebody I wasn't happy with, and to be happy with somebody now and going about my life and doing those things, right?
And that's crazy because I go through the same thing with me and T because we don't have a child together.
Mm-hmm.
And we have, it's 4 children. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we have those conversations. You get what I'm saying? Like in the same situation as you. We know each other before our kids. So it's like a situation where they'll be like, well, should we have, like, we kind of entertain the thought of having a child together. And like you said, our youngest, the twins are about to be 4
4,
the
yeah.
next couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's cool because I'm like, regardless of whatever, like they mine. You get what I'm saying? I was with
Mm-hmm.
her when she was pregnant with them. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I was around doing that. So the kicks and all that, I was there for that. So for me, it's like we go through that little weird thing too. Like, did we miss something? Or we missing something not having our own? But it's to me, it's like all four of them are ours. You get
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? But you know,
Right.
it's definitely something deep, man. Like it's definitely something. Like I'm just to the point where as though like look, they all are kids. Like I don't sit back here and I'm not gonna treat hers any different than mine. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
The same things I expect from mine. And if you are the kind of guy who treats your child different than the child, then it's not you're not doing things right. I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
corny.
right. You get what I'm saying? So man, we've been through all those things, and I mean, we might end up getting a dog or something because I'm just like,
Right,
dog,
and
I'm
I ain't
not
gonna
really with
front
this
y'all.
kid shit. Like,
It's a blessing that you honestly didn't have that child because like I said, I love my kids, man, but the pain that I've endured over almost 20 years collectively in two different spaces, um, has weighed on me mentally, has weighed on me physically, and it's just been rough, right? So it's just like when you get to a situation where you 33, 34 years old, like you breathing, you're like, man, this is where I should have been, right? So I tell Danielle all the time, like I should have just married you from the beginning, right?
but see, you know
It's
what?
funny to laugh about it, but I needed that growth to
I
be in
hate
the
to cut you
space.
off, and me and T had these same conversations, and you know what? I be feeling like I had to go through what I went through to be. I always say,
Hmm.
and this is what I live by. Every woman I've been with in my life is getting me ready for the woman I'm gonna be with forever. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So without me going through the things I went through, I might not be the man that she needs me to be today without those events.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like I'm blessed to the fact that through all these years I've only had one child. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I could have had six. Man, I couldn't imagine how we. I
I don't even
mean,
want. That's a
I
whole.
can't even
That's a
imagine
whole
how.
different conversation.
You get what I'm saying? But I'm blessed to the fact that you know what I had to go through things and live life to understand that how I what I got to do to be right by her, what I need as a man as far as a relationship. Because like Jan said earlier, I've done so many things to just try to make things right and make somebody happy,
Hmm.
and now I'm in a situation where my happiness is just as important as hers. You know what I'm saying? And some people just all about themselves and all about as long as you're doing for them and when they're wrong, you're making it right. They're cool with that. You get what I'm saying? And so
Hmm.
I think it's almost a blessing, Jan, that even though you've been through what you've been through, like I said, every situation is getting you ready for that woman that you're gonna meet that tired of going through the bullshit that she's been through with men, and you tired of the bullshit you've been through with women, and then y'all are ready to build and really do, spend the rest of your lives together. Like the second half of my life, man, I've been through so much. Like, yo, I can't wait. Like, listen, I'm ready to be on the beach with my shoes off and a wife beater
Hmm.
Right. 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 And it's crazy
all
because I
day.
ain't have like I don't have experiences with like a lot of different women. You know what I mean? Everybody that I had a relationship with was a real relationship. Like it was 7 years, 10 years, 5 years. You know what I mean? It was always a length of time that I was with somebody. I ain't never like really had like experienced a lot of different women, but these experiences that I have is enough. My goodness, it's enough. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I ain't really changed too much though. I think I'm just a protector, man. I just protect mine. I try to protect mine financially. I try to protect mine physically. I try to protect mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like that, man. That's just me. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all giving me the love and seeing it in a different way because I ain't really see it in a way where it's a blessing to not have a child, but in my circumstance, it is.
Because dog,
So I appreciate you, man. I
it's a
appreciate
lot
both of
of
y'all, man.
time invested. It's a lot of like, and what's crazy is it seemed like, and I'm not throwing no shade at all, but in a lot of instances, some of the good guys who want to be dads run into these situations where though the mom give them a hard time, and there's a lot of guys who don't want to be dads that get it easy, and then we see it a lot.
Right.
Like I know for personal experience, my nephew dad lives across the street from where he is on a daily basis. Across the street, though. Like I mean,
Yeah, that's
literally
crazy.
100 feet from where he stays at. But if I crack a bottle open and sit there for half an hour, I'll see him. but my nephew don't. You know what I'm saying? But it's almost to the point where as though, and I sat down with my nephew and told my nephew, like, you're better off not even dealing with him because what can he teach you? As the man 38, 39 years old that's only lived with his grandma his whole life, what can he give you to be a man out here in this world? It's nothing.
Nothing.
All he doing is losing. That's his loss. You get what I'm saying? He's losing out. And that's a conversation I had with my nephew at 12 years old. And we sat back and I told him, like, listen, dog, you're better off without him. But I told him this. I said, every feeling that you feel inside yourself, never forget it. Because what makes me a great dad, quote unquote, because I mean, I feel like I'm a great
You're
dad.
a great
And I
dad,
can
bro.
do what I do.
You're a great dad.
Right.
Absolutely.
I'm a great dad, not because I had a great father, not trying to diss my dad, but because I'm not never, my motivation as a father is to never make my child feel how I felt. And that's what gets me
Right.
through. That's how I've been successful as far as being a father.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but let me ask y'all this. Matter of fact, let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Never look your girl in the eyes when she asks you something. Like your girl will ask you some shit, and she be like, babe, you wanna go do this? If you don't answer, but you look her in the eyes, you said yes. Don't look in the eyes. She be lining you up, my G. Real shit. Like my girl be like, "Oh, babe, you wanna go do this?" And I'll just I'll be quiet and I look the other way. Eye contact is yes. Don't do it to yourself. All right, let me ask y'all this. We talk. The question comes from Joel Santana, but it's not really about Joel Santana. I don't get this. Is it broadish to marry a woman before going to jail? Why do men feel like marrying a woman before go to jail is going to change anything? Because honestly, if she's going to do what she's going to do while you book, listen, first of all, if you get booked like 10 years and you marry her in jail or you marry her before you go to jail and you think she's sitting around waiting for your ass for 10 years, you're fucking, you're broadish and you're stupid. My whole twist is, I honestly feel like if I'm going away for 10 years, when I come home and you acting like you holding it down, your shit better not come to the front porch. But anybody who feel like a woman's gonna sit around and wait for your bum ass because you did some dumb shit for 10 years, I'm not saying Joel's situation like that. He's away for 2 years, but to me it felt like the only reason you married her because you was getting booked for 2 years. But you marrying her don't change how she's gonna be in these streets because y'all married. How y'all feel about men marrying women or feeling like a woman's gonna hold them down for all these years while you doing your jail time that you did for your personal reasons? How y'all feel about guys who think she's going to be celibate for your ass?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Conjugal visits are a real thing. They normally only let that shit happen when it's a spouse. They normally don't let girlfriends come. You know what I mean? But Joel's ain't gonna do 2 years. He may do 15, 16 months max. You know what I'm saying? Just from overcrowding. And they've been together for a long time. So I mean, I guess that it was just a matter of time, and then it allows her to handle the business. Like cats be real funny about what I'm saying, marriage, right? So like we live in a society where people want to put a time frame on how you feel about somebody or what you're going through or how you want to move forward, right? So it's not normally about how you feel, it's about how other people feel about your situation, right? I got engaged when I was still married legally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really give a fuck about how somebody else felt about what I was doing because I was going to do what made me happy. And guess what the fuck? I'm happy. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? Like so it didn't matter what my mom's comment to me was, what I'm saying, finish out this last situation before you move on. I don't care. And when we talk about people's opinion, if you know me, you know how I feel about my mom. So if she couldn't talk me into a different
Right.
direction, what else
Right.
was somebody else going to say to me? I just
Right.
knew that I was feeling uh something inside of me that said I need to make this situation right. So the paperwork was already processed and we were just waiting on a a court date to finalize it. But my girl came home from overseas and what I was supposed to do? Other than, what I'm saying, pop the question where she was at. She was only home for 2 weeks and then she went back. So, what I'm saying? I did it when she was around. But the fact still remains is that I probably would have married her the next day after my divorce was official. Just is what it is. And I
Right.
should have, right? But she wasn't here. So we waited till the day she got back. And we was gonna do it the day she landed, but we ended up waiting till the next day. Because the court was closed. But that's a long different story that I'm gonna let her tell one day. She
All
hit
right,
my
real
fucking
quick
nerves.
though.
Go ahead.
When y'all renew your vows, nigga, you better make sure motherfuckers is there, dog. I ain't been there for none of your weddings.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, we was talking about this shit the other day, like doing something big, but we'll see. Anyway, different conversation. But I mean, I get like they've been together forever, so whatever fuck shit Jewel's been on, like it ain't gonna much change or whatever she gonna do. But that like I said, there's a lot of legality stuff to it, and sometimes you marry from the business aspect of it because there's so many other things going on. You know what I'm saying? Signing the finances or something happening to you. That common law shit don't necessarily work in certain states like New York and New Jersey. It's different from Virginia, and even Texas for that matter. You know what I mean? So most of the time it's business. So like the business of marriage is what keep people around for a long time, or the decisions you do. You know what I mean?
Right. Yo, real quick, I hate your fucking hat. What is them things sticking up like two horns?
Those are threads from the hat because it's a homemade hat. Shout out to my friend Cindy Wendy. It's a Ravens
Cindy
hat.
Wendy, it's all great, but that shit is just throwing my whole mentality
Yeah,
off.
this is my it's like oh let me see if I can't
You
even
got the
force it.
buckwheat shit going on. I don't know what's going on.
Is that better, yo? Is that better for you,
That shit
man?
look
Is
crazy.
that better
Hey,
for you,
Jan, I
bro?
wish you could see this shit, Jan. He had like two buckwheat horns sticking up his fucking head.
I don't trim the hat, bro. This hat was made out of love. I gave her a hard time about it 2 Christmases ago, and then she popped up one day and had my hat made for me. Man, this shit hat made from scratch, bro.
If
Should
you
say
see the
Ravens
top of
all
this,
around here.
hey, Jan,
Shout out
the
to
top of
Cindy
that
Wendy.
motherfucker,
I
like he
love
got a
you.
bunch of hair on his head. Like, this serious. No, I'm no offense, Cindy Wendy. I apologize. It's all love. I'm grinding my brother up. But
It's
everybody,
my
he got
hat.
a
She
he got a
made me,
wig
so I
on.
wear it every day faithfully.
What you think about that situation, though, Jan?
So the question is that broadish, right? That was the original question, right?
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's not broadish, bro. Heck no, that's not broadish. Listen, man, I'm married. I'm like, you ain't doing nothing when I'm in jail. You ain't doing nothing out here when I'm in jail. Let me put this ring on it. I mean, you like diamonds, right? We gonna put some. You know what I mean? We gonna make it shiny. You know what I'm saying? So you can have a reminder. You know what I mean? While I'm down for a minute, you ain't no. That's a legend, right? He a legend for that. He a G for that, man.
He not no G
He
for
a
that,
G
bro.
for that.
Yeah.
He a G for
Listen,
that. He a G.
bro, if he
They been
think,
together
listen.
forever. He a G
All right,
for
but
that.
listen, this is my twist. If
Ain't
you was
nobody
gonna
getting
marry
my
her,
yams.
if you was gonna marry her, you was gonna marry her. You trying to marry her now because you about to go do a bid is nutty. You know what I mean? You done did a bunch
People
of
change,
goofy.
man. People change.
I'm not saying he didn't change, but you did a lot of goofy shit out here. You done got caught up in a lot of goofy shit. Now you
Mm-hmm.
ready to do this bid? It's like, let's get married real quick. If you would have like, it looked crazy because like you doing this bid, you got this bid coming up. If you'd have married the ass, y'all been together how many years?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got kids together and everything. So she
Mm-hmm.
been wifey material if you gonna have kids in her. That should be the thought process, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that you about to go do a bid now, you proposing because you know you about to do a little. First of all, if you foolish enough to think that you marry her ass today is going to change what she was going to do, whether you married her or not,
I
is
don't think that's
ridiculous.
the case, yo. Like I said, I don't think that's the twist, right? Like that New York shit, like same thing like with Pap and Remy, like they got married and shit before she went down, but like he
Right.
got to see her, you know what I'm saying, every 6 weeks or whatever for 48 hours, and you know what I'm saying, you get the little outhouse and shit, and do your thing, but that's it. I think it's more so a business reason than love. I do believe they love each other because she could have been left him for all the goofy shit
Right?
he
I'm
done.
not questioning that,
Right.
but I'm saying if you wasn't doing that bid, would y'all be getting married? Because it's
Maybe
not
not as
like
fast. Maybe not as fast. I don't think so.
it might not be,
Sometimes
but
it
it
takes
just so
something
happens.
dramatic to happen, though.
It
Yeah.
just so
Sometimes it
happens that
takes
you're doing
something
this
dramatic
bid
to
and now
happen.
you're ready to get married.
Mm.
You've been with her 10 years or whatever amount of years y'all been together. Why now, when you got this case looming over your head, you want to do the right thing?
Mm.
It could not be that way, but perception is perception. You get what I'm saying? If you wasn't doing this
So
bid
how
and you
much
did
time
it,
he
then it
got?
wouldn't be no problem. Joe Budden's about to marry his chick. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Papoose, that ain't Papoose. Who else? Whoever didn't get dog. The fact that you've been a little while, that's been noted, and the fact that you about to do this bid, you knew this bid was coming. You proposed. A couple weeks later, y'all married now. it could not be that. That could not be the situation.
Yeah, we got like
That's not
25, 26 months, something like that.
right. But it's a lot of guys that go to jail and come home and feel like she should have waited for me. Like, dog, you being naive.
Mm.
You got booked for your own selfish reasons. You could have went out here and got a gig and did the right thing. Cats out here doing the wrong thing and think, oh, I'm gonna marry her. It's cats that listen. Look on Facebook. It's a bunch of chicks married to dudes that's locked up for another 10 years. And I guess inside their mind, they feel like me marrying her is going to stop her from doing her
From smutting out here.
right. And that's not realistic.
Mm. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Right.
I mean, if it happens, if she do good by you, cool, and that's a bonus. But if you think that every woman that's married to a man in jail is sitting back waiting for him to come home, there's a lot of guys out here that their mind's not right.
Yeah.
Especially if you did her dirty.
Like in that perspective, he only doing like 25 months, just over 2 years. He's gonna be home in no time. You know what I mean? Sometimes it takes something dramatic to happen for you to realize, like, dang. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Let me do something that I should have. That I should have been done. You know what I mean? Like, out of all the things that he done, she still stayed by his side. You know what I'm saying? You can't even put that in perspective. You can't even throw that in his face no more. If you stay with the nigga, you know what I mean?
Shit. What planet you live on?
Put that ring on it. You know.
What planet you live on, bro?
I think he a G for that. I think he a G for that.
Hey, bro. What planet you live on when you think you could do some shit and because she stayed with you, that she can't bring it up no more? That's not even realistic, bro. That's not even possible.
I'm not saying that it's not gonna come up. What I'm saying is that we're talking about him getting married. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about him getting married. That in their relationship, it seems like it's all good for it. You know what I mean? For us to look at on the outside looking in, you never know how. I mean, he put her on a platform that she probably would never even seen before because of his career and things like that. You know what I mean? I don't really know what she's doing on her side, but I know the nigga is pretty well known. The nigga got, I mean, he had a couple dollars or whatever. He had a nice buzz. They had a nice thing going. You know what I'm saying? She probably would have never seen none of this with another nigga.
True.
With somebody else.
But that don't justify your actions when you do wrong. You do it wrong. Her not possibly seeing it.
We can disagree on it, but I think he's G for that. He ain't doing nothing. Until I get home, I'll be back. Here go this ring.
Right. Listen, if you a G about it, you'd have stayed single and married as soon as you step foot back home.
He ain't doing that much time neither. So like, you know.
Yeah, 10 years ain't 18 months.
Listen, you're right, but a woman scorn is a woman. Listen, if you think, I think that he did it before he went to jail because come on. I'm not saying he's necessarily. It's a lot of guys that do things and think that a woman's going to sit back and wait for you through your bullshit and your mistakes. And she done been through all the bullshit with other chicks and all that and all the goofy shit she done put her through. And you think that I'm going to marry her before I go get booked and then she going to hold it down. And she might. But everybody knows who got some common sense is a woman is way sharper than a man. A woman do dirt way better than men do. And she might feel like, you know what, it's my time to do me. So honestly, I think to help yourself, to help a man's feelings, is listen, whatever you do out here in this world shouldn't hit me when I get home. But if you think she's sitting back at home just laying down, waiting for you to come home after all the bullshit you done put her through, all the hurt you done put her through, all the other chicks she had to fight and goofy shit you done put her through, and I married her real quick before I went to jail, so everything's gonna be okay. It ain't too many women that's going to just be down the ride through that.
I agree.
But we can leave that where it's at. Now let's talk about Torre. Do y'all know what Torre is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you know what Torre is?
No.
Okay, Torre is the guy who was on the Surviving R. Kelly. He had the interview where he asked R. Kelly.
Oh, okay.
He asked R. Kelly, "Do you like underage women?" And R. Kelly said, "How
He said,
old?"
"Do you like teenagers?"
Right. And he said, "How old?" Now this guy done got caught up in some sexual harassment shit. So he's done been on the Surviving R. Kelly, talked greasy about R. Kelly and how R. Kelly's living his life. And it just so happens he's been out here sexually harassing women too. How crazy is that?
Yo, I heard about the DMs and the stuff that he was saying. Like, I guess, um, his shit nasty. Like, I've always been a firm believer throughout my life that if a woman don't approach me, it just ain't gonna happen. One, I hate rejection, so I just never was the one to be the one pressing the issue, right? So I never had a fear of being caught out there with some shit like that happening, right? So like, no, because you gonna have to tell me what's good before I even, you know what I'm saying, we
Get to
reach that
that.
point, right? So never worried about that. But and then you got to handle different women differently, right? You know what I'm saying? Certain women like that shit and certain women don't, but we afraid to say that. You know what I'm saying? That can't be the case, right? Some women like for men to be aggressive, some women don't. That's the
Right,
reality. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And women be like, oh, you never pressed the issue, you never came at me, you never said nothing. Like, it's a very thin line. So what decides which line is the woman.
right,
Like, how do you approach somebody about wanting to deal with them? Like, what am I supposed to say, right? You know what I'm saying? And on what level or what I'm saying? How are we communicating with each other? I mean, all of that stuff matters. Like, how are we talking to each other, right? So you can have inboxes or text messages or DMs that can get out of control, or you can say, well, let me take you out to dinner. Well, other chicks be like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't
right,
trying to come through tonight? And
right.
it's okay to be in both situations.
But the way it's set up, to me, it feels like it's even with to the point where I can remember being young, right? And yeah, you was around. We was running together. Where you could grab a female by her wrist on some gentle type time. Hold, sweetheart, can I talk to you for a minute? And it'd be cool. Now, how do you even approach a woman now when in the way things are? And it's not even women's fault. I really blame other men because there's so many aggressive, so much disrespect that's done. If you try to approach a woman, first of all, approach a woman now, you come across as thirsty. You get what I'm saying? The old school way of doing things don't work. Hold, sweetheart, can I talk to you for a minute? Oh, what? Like it's like I don't know, and I'm glad I don't have to deal with. I don't know the rules as far as
I like how
even
you cleared that up too.
Oh
right.
yeah. Oh, he say
It's
copy, please, y'all. This
listen.
nigga
It's
clear shit up every
as
goddamn
far as
on
as far
Sunday.
as wooing a woman. I don't know. It's a thin line between being lame and being like a gentleman. Like, how do you even woo a woman or even get a woman phone number nowadays? And
Yeah.
it's not women's fault. It's a lot of cats who are aggressive and call them out their names and get disrespectful. It's crazy out here just in general.
So
So what
thankful I'm out
seems
the
like
dating
regular,
scene.
it seems
So
cool to be
thankful.
sexual harassment. Huh?
So thankful I'm out the dating
Social
scene.
media.
Yeah. You right, y'all. Social fucking media.
Social media, man. Like you said, man, we can't go. You can't walk up to no females and touch a female. Like you know what I'm saying, you can't do that no more. Like it's hard to like relate to especially like we old school. We old school. We used to walk up to women and just touch them and say certain things. That don't work no more. You know what I'm saying? So slide in their DMs. If you're a single man and you like what you see, slide in the DM.
Mm-hmm.
But the DM be so crazy. Like what used to be what used to be sensible and made sense don't anymore. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? Like I said, like you can jump out the car and be like, "Hey, sweetheart, can I talk to you for a minute?" and have a conversation. Now it's like, "Oh, you thirsty?" or like what? Okay, how bad is sexual harassment in the workplace? You get what I'm saying? Like at work, it'd be like, yo, like end of the day, like where do you go to meet women? Where do you go to meet somebody new? If everybody you cool with on your Facebook, everybody you familiar with, where do you? It's not possible to just to go meet somebody.
That's not even realistic. You meet people in a social setting or in a work setting. That's just the way it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, I don't know what relationship I ever been out. Like, met wife at camp, met other wife at work. You know what I'm saying? Girlfriends at work. Like, I don't. Where else do I meet people at? Like, I've never met a girl in the club and was like, "Yo, what's up?" You know what I mean? And we started a relationship from there. Never.
Right.
Just never happened.
Right.
So, do you think sexual harassment, how bad is it? Like, I mean, you got all kinds of people now coming out. Being, like, I would never take Torre. If you look at the guy Torre, and yeah, you can Google him. It's TOR, I think apostrophe E.
TOURE or something like that.
Okay,
Something
okay,
like that.
right.
Yeah.
If you look at him, I would not think he was the kind of guy who would sexually harass anybody looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, end of the day, like I probably, and I see it every day. I see it every day because I work in a place where there's a bunch of older people. I see his sexual harassment every day, and it just goes just regular.
Yeah. But you know the whole Torre shit came out because of him being on the R. Kelly doc.
Right,
You,
and the
you know what I'm
chick was
saying?
like,
But,
"How he on the R. Kelly
but
thing when
bitch, it
he's
was a
doing
long time ago. You could have been saying something.
shit is crazy,
Clout
man." Like,
chasing. I'm calling it. I said what I said. Clout chasing.
oh, you think that's what it was?
Fuck yeah. You could have been said something.
Right, right, definitely. It's definitely like I said, man. Being a single man and being there's so many weirdos out here, so many guys out here that's just like I can't even blame it on the women. Like the way these guys go about approaching things and the way they get about certain things, I can understand how a woman if you grab I remember you can grab a young lady wrist, not grab it too hard, but you can grab her to get her attention and be like, "Oh, can I talk to you for a second?" And you can have a conversation. Now you
That's
what the
2019. That's
way
assault, dog.
right. It's crazy.
Getting booked.
Definitely crazy.
Listen, man, slide in the DM, man. I ain't out here trying to slide. I'm old school, so like, connection is everything. You know what I mean? But it ain't like that today.
Yeah.
I'm sliding in the DM. That's the most I could do. You know what I mean? You want
All
to
right.
go bowling, go shoot pool, something like that, then we could do that. But other than that, sliding in the DM, man. Go ahead, man.
All right, let's go to Travis Scott. Now, Travis Scott's been under a lot of. Everybody's waiting to see how this Travis Scott and the Super Bowl thing gonna play out, right? Now, not only do we have Travis Scott saying that he's going to do the Super Bowl, but the NFL has to donate a certain amount of money to certain. Let me look at this real quick. To charities for social justice. We have Big Boy from Outkast also performing. He's going through a lot of scrutiny. How y'all feel about Travis Scott and him performing and his stance on it, and Big Boy really playing like the fourth string on a tight time.
Go ahead, Jan.
No, you got it, bro.
Okay. Travis Scott a sucker for performing. No. Let me not say that. Everybody is at the level that they're at, right? So Travis Scott don't have a song with Maroon 5. They trying to find I'm not even gonna be politically correct. They trying to find the hottest nigga they could find that's gonna gonna do the goddamn Super Bowl, right? It would be so much easier for them to find some Atlanta artists
Right.
since the Super Bowl's in Atlanta and take it from there, right?
I said that weeks ago.
Right. Maroon 5 ain't from Georgia. That's just not what it is. I don't think so. Somebody check that or call me out on that. I don't think so. But we could go down a list of people that are more Atlanta friendly than Travis Scott. But it's just the fact of the matter is once you start busting down, when you say top 5 hip hop artists, Travis Scott is right there. Right? So then you bring Travis Scott on there because he had one of the biggest songs last year. But why not bring out the Migos? Did the Migos turn you down? We already know Cardi turned him down.
Right.
We already know you're not gonna get somebody at Hove level to come out there and perform because Hove turned you down, right? But why Travis Scott? Because is he shucking and jiving out there? Is it a big opportunity for him? Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. He's still trying to get his family out the hood.
Right.
You know what I mean? He just bought his mom or his papa car or some shit. That garage was real tiny. Did he put a car in? So I don't know what the big deal is, honestly. Let that man do whatever he gonna do. For me, I don't give a fuck who it is. But if you say Travis Scott, I don't know how you do it without Drake. That's it. I don't know how you perform at a stage that big without your biggest song, without the biggest artist in the world performing with you.
Right. But that goes back to the fact that Drake coming on don't make no sense either. Like end of the day, like I'm the kind of guy who and it might be ego and it might be wrong, but I'm not going to be the fifth option. If you wasn't checking for me for real, if you telling me like that's like a woman tell me, oh, she like the real, she like the yan, she like the juice, Like, I'm not going to be the guy that you, when they all turn you down, that's going to be the guy that's going to wait. And that's how it feel. It feel like they went all these other options. It don't even make sense to put Travis Scott on the bill. Maroon 5 didn't make sense. Last year's Super Bowl, which was in Minnesota, they had Justin Timberlake, and he did a some kind of tribute to Prince, right?
I think so.
Right. So at the end of the day, it's Atlanta. Like, I think that needs to be the motivation. But the NFL has rubbed their players the wrong way. They rub some people the wrong way. They're kind of like, even though we like the NFL and enjoy the NFL, like nobody fucks with the NFL. If that sounds funny. You know what I'm saying? We don't fuck with the owners and the bullshit that come with the commissioner and all them. We fuck with the players, and we like to see that aspect of things. But as far as the behind the scenes shit, nobody fucks with them.
Yeah,
You
I'll
know what
be
I'm saying?
totally
So you
fine if
got
all the players packed up, started their own league, and I'd watch that.
right. I mean, if the XFL, if the Vince McMahon shit would have fell through, whatever. You get what I'm saying? But it's to the point where, as though, if you're an artist, boom, you're looking at the best guys in the game. Jay-Z don't want to do it. All these big time artists that are a little bigger than you don't want to do it. Like, they're not gonna turn you down, and then you feel like, oh, now finally we're gonna get to Travis Scott. I'd be like, no, fuck that. Like, y'all should have came to me first.
But that's
Call it
about his
fine, call it
mentality.
whatever.
He ain't a bigger artist than Cardi, and he know it.
Right. But
Just
end
the
of the
facts.
day, and
Like
then how
he
much
know
sense
that.
do it make? How much sense do it make for Big Boy from Outkast, who's come on, you're Outkast. Why are you even participating? Like, you're really like, you're fourth string. You're on the fucking what's the team they call it? The guys who don't suit up.
Practice squad.
Yeah, you a practice squad. Like, they treat you like a practice squad nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing you in. It
But
don't
they
make no
just
sense,
reaching
man.
right now. That's my point. Like there's somebody sitting in the room like, yo, we gonna get one of these niggas to do it. Who gonna
Tell
buckle
me, hold on,
first?
tell me this. What does Big Boy what do Big Boy gain from doing a Super Bowl performance underneath Maroon 5, underneath Travis Scott?
Nothing.
But a bunch of criticism. Because you've
Yeah.
been around for years. This your town. It should be Outkast. It should be JD. It should be Lil
So
Jon.
deaf.
It should
Yeah.
be Usher. It should be one of them type of things. And the fact that they didn't do that for y'all, as Atlanta, y'all should all bow down. Y'all should all bow out.
Yep.
Yeah, you quiet over there. What's up?
No, I don't really got too much to say about that, man. But I definitely agree everything what you just said. You know what I mean? People is waking up right now, so you know what I mean. Like Rel said, you know they rub, you know the NFL don't rub so many people the wrong way. You know what I mean? People just waking up. People more cognizant of what's going on out here, and that you know people want that money too. They know that the NFL got money, so you know you kick out that bread, they'll do it. You know what I mean? But other than that, nah, we cool.
Right.
That's how I feel about it. The little bit that I did learn about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on right now, but that's how I feel.
Anything else, Iceberg?
Nah.
All right. At the age of 36, 37, I've realized that my ego is at an all-time low. Now, when my ego first started to fold was the birth of my daughter. Me having a child made me not so. It's been me. My adult life up to the age of 27 was me. Me
Mm-hmm.
having a child made me curb my ego more than it's more. To it, my ego was curved at that age from not having a child and living for myself to having a child. At the age of 36, going on 37, I really feel like my ego is at an all-time low as an adult. I have to check myself, and I could be. My ego was so bad that I could be dead wrong, and I walk away from a situation before I stand there and face it. And now, at the age of 36, going on 37, I can't let that be the reason why. Just my ego. I had to really. My ego's at an all-time low. How do y'all feel about your egos and at this point of your life and at this point of your life? How do you control it, or how do you? What do you feel? What do you feel like it's at? What point is it at? What on a 1 to 10 scale?
Go ahead, Jan.
Um, is 10 better? Is 10 good?
10 is extreme. Like, it's like ego, which is out of control. I think it's a 10.
So at 35 years old, my ego will be, you know, I'll say about a 6, 7. You know what I'm saying? I never had like a huge ego. You know what I mean? If I'm not on the court, if I'm not playing football, if I'm not boxing or something like that, like you know what I'm saying, then my ego is it get a little crazy. You know what I mean? I still argue on the court now like I'm 17. You know what I mean? Like because my ego is at an all-time high when I'm doing certain things. But just on a regular basis, I say about a 7. I say about a 7. You know, I say about a 7.
What about you, Iceberg?
My ego is low because I'm fat now. Like, that shit hilarious. um, bro, let me pause this. Nah, the TV ain't on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't we goddamn looking
You
at
looking up like you be in the TV sometimes though.
No,
We're not gonna
the
do
TV
this.
ain't on, yo. I'm just listening to y'all. I'm just looking up,
Oh,
man.
I
I'm
just
in
I
my
gotta
zone,
check
man.
it
Yo,
sometimes.
don't play me, man.
Now you want to pause shit because when I want to pause shit, you don't want to pause some motherfucking shit.
We ain't
So if you
paused.
want
We
to say this
still, we
shit,
still,
you
we
no. You should
live.
have said this shit for the podcast. Let the podcast see the real you. Why when it come to me, my shit got a show, but when it come to you, you want to pause shit and check it. Fuck
I'm not
that.
looking at TV, yo. I'm not
Yo,
looking
why
at
are you
TV.
looking up? I'm making sure you ain't watching the fucking game.
Nah, I'm not. You want to see my TV, bro?
No, you good. Yeah, you getting on the back scene of shit. This how shit really be.
You ain't even getting no, man. Like you looking at TV,
No, hey,
you like,
yeah,
yo.
he keep looking up. I'm like, yo. So I listen. I throw him a signal while you talking. Like, yo, stop watching fucking TV. He would have paused the shit. No, but listen, yeah. When I do some shit, guess what? He'll pause it. Oh, let it ride. He had my shit on fucking go. He want the world to see my shit.
Hey, listen, man. I'm a supporter, man. So I be tuning into all them episodes, man. He be getting you. Oh no, we live, bro. It's recording. Like,
Yeah, that's how he do. You see how he do me?
you can't edit that out. Like, nah, we live. Like,
right. He let that shit rock. When it's me, he let that shit rock. Oh, bro, we gonna let it go. When it's him, he wanna hit the pause. Then you know where the pause
I ain't
button at?
pausing though, cause you sit there
No,
and call.
unpause the shit. Let the world see your shit.
I ain't paused. We good.
Oh, we don't.
Yeah. There you go. See, you
Yeah, I'm
thought I
fucking
paused
snapping
it.
on this
Yeah.
nigga, man.
Nah. You know what I'm saying? We still good.
Real out here on some books, like no.
All
All
right.
right, where's he at?
your ego at a 10 right now.
Who is? Who, my ego?
He said, "Why you going to 10?"
No, because he be grinding me the fuck up. Like, no, listen. All right, it's recording.
We been
World,
recording, bro. I don't punch out.
listen. He be grinding me the fuck up, let my shit shine. When it's his shit, he pause the fuck, he hit the pause button. Fuck that, don't let the world know. Tired of this shit. Like, no, let me stop.
Nah, man. I ain't watching nothing. I was listening to y'all talk, so I was just looking up.
All right, just making sure. My bad. I apologize.
Now we good,
But
bro.
this is real shit. Y'all want the raw and uncut shit?
Yeah.
There you go.
This shit real as it come.
Guess what? We ain't never mad.
Yeah, but like for me, yo, I've probably gained like 50 pounds, man, and my shit, I'll just be looking at my stomach like I gotta get this shit to fucking together, man. So at this holiday, I'm gonna get my shit back together, man, and I'm gonna get back in the fucking gym so my ego can be, you know what I'm saying, back on 10.
But see, you know what though? And I was in church today,
Yeah.
and I ain't the most religious guy in the world, but you are who you are, man. I think my ego more of a thing. Like my ego be chilling because it's like I can be so egotistical that I could like perfect example, like in my relationship, I know I'm with the woman I need to be with.
Mm-hmm.
And now me being older in this relationship, I understand that. A younger Hanif would sit back here and know that I love her to death,
Mm-hmm.
but still be like, no, my ego just to be crazy. So my ego is like at an all-time low as an adult. You get what I'm saying? I'm sitting back here, I gotta realize, like, at the end of the day, even when I feel like I want to jump in my bag and be like, yo, I'm tired, this is where I want to be. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So the day my ego gotta chill. I have a daughter, I have kids watching me, so I have to check that at the door and and humble myself. And I think I might be at the most humbleness I've been in my adult life. I'm just definitely humble. I'm just definitely right now. I'm a week. I think I'm a week in a day. No social media. You get what I'm saying? And it hasn't been hard for me. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna own up to my mistakes where I've been in a point where my ego's been so crazy. I could be dead wrong and still step away, being dead wrong. Now as a grown man, I gotta sit back here and say, you know what, I did something wrong. I gotta stand in that shit and live with the consequences of my actions. When my ego used to be so crazy that I would just walk away from some shit
Yeah.
before. be a man about it, and own it.
Right. And shout out to the ladies
Right.
who, once you own it, don't allow you to own it. They still want to let this shit go. You can't apologize too quick as a man. You can't be like, I'm sorry, I fucked up. My bad. It'll never happen again. That's too much. Right?
Right.
You gotta let that shit rock for a
And
couple
real
of
shit.
days.
No, keeping it a bean. That's the most for me. That might be the most scariest. Like the thing that bothers me the most. Like I feel like, and I had to adjust to that also. If you decide to accept my apology for my wrongdoing, I've gotten to a certain extent where I feel as though you can't dwell on it. And
Mm-hmm.
now, like I said, me swallowing my pride, I have to accept that. Okay, you did something, and there might be some backlash from that, and you might feel like you don't want to hear it, but you gotta like you have to. You made a mistake. You did something wrong, and you had to deal with the consequences that come with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe me, with everything in my soul, I do not like my mistakes being reopened or
Rehashed.
right,
Brought
exactly.
to the forefront.
Right. But my love and my heart outweighs my ego
Mm-hmm.
because my ego tells me, I listen. I was a firm believer in listen. If it gets too crazy, then I'm gonna walk away from it, even if she wants to fix it. And I've had to check that shit
Mm-hmm.
and say that and change my perspective on that.
Mm-hmm.
Jan, where you at? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, man.
You don't got nothing to say?
We still on the ego.
Here we still on the fucking ego.
Listen, man. At the end of the day, man. As men, I don't have no kids, so my perspective is a little different. You know what I mean? But let's hypothetically speak it. You know what I'm saying? If I had kids, I think my ego will be low too. You know what I mean? I think my ego will be low as well. You know what I mean? Because we gotta spoil our kids, man. I don't, we love our kids to death, man. You know what I mean? So there's gonna be some things that they get away with. It's gonna be some things that they get punished for. You know what I mean? It's gonna be some things that they gotta take accountability for. You know what I mean? So, you know, in a relationship, listen, I done apologize for a whole bunch of things. I don't know if that's necessarily saying that my ego is low because I try to make my household happy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I think I was more of a simp. I think I was more of a simp than anything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like Rose said, we can't just apologize too quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? It gotta make sense to apologize. You know what I mean? I had to learn that later on. You know what I mean? Like, so that's all I got on that ego thing, man. I'll be it's a little touchy with relationships right now because I'm mad. I'm mad about this little breakup situation. I ain't even gonna front. It only been 4 months. So I'm a little bitter about it, but we moving forward though.
Definitely. All right, let me ask y'all this. Now, through the R. Kelly situation, right? We've had Dame Dash come out and say a couple things, and then there's been a little retaliation about the Rockefeller breakup. Now it's being said by multiple sources that the Rockefeller breakup came from Dame Dash hitting on Beyonce. And it's also being said that Jay Z was dating Aaliyah first, and Dame Dash kind of stole Aaliyah from Jay Z. Is what y'all think about that as a whole? Like, and now, yeah, I want Iceberg to go first because he always says that the demise of every great man or just beef between men, it seems to be always a woman anyway. So, what
Yeah.
you think about that, bro?
So let me not be so. It's the success of every great man is a woman,
Right.
right? Um, and the demise of every great man is a woman too. So that coin is two sided. Uh, I I I guess I don't even really care if that's true or not. And I mean semantics at this point. I just think that uh they grew apart, right? You know what I'm saying? Business wise, friendship wise. Like you see Hove, he's still rolling with Biggs, and you know what I'm saying? He still got the same friends. You know what I mean? Um, But like Dame has always been unapologetically Dame, right? And that's what a lot of people love Dame for. Was Dame ahead of his time? Absolutely, right? So some people just get it later on in life.
Right.
I just think that it's cool, and we live in a clickbait society that you can say that Aaliyah was the reason, or Beyonce was the reason, or fuck it, I don't care. It might have been Blue Cantrell for whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't even matter at this point, man. Aaliyah's gone. Uh, Dame is with I think his girl named Raquel, and Hove and Beyonce been together married for at least 10 years now, coming up on it. You know what I mean? They got fucking 3 kids. I just think that Rockefeller was a time, and it was a great topic of discussion because they really had a dynasty, and had it kept going, I think it would have just grown larger because they did sign Nori, and they did sign Joe, and they did sign Old Dirty. You know what I'm saying? So all of that stuff was happening, and all of those people was top tier artists, and you know, I wish Big L didn't die. So it just you're trying to soil something that just was at its peak the greatest thing that ever happened to hip hop, right? So
Right.
then now it's over, and it's been over for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Before any of our kids was born, it was over.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, the younger, yeah,
Lil
I
Rel.
would say not Lil Rel. Lil Rel was there for the dynasty, but Tyree, Breezy, Maddie, you know what I'm saying? Like they all, you know what I mean? Don't understand that part of it.
Right.
I just don't. I mean, I don't think it much matter, man. Dame is gonna be who Dame is. Hove needs to take some responsibility for the stuff he said, but Hove don't talk, so he's never gonna have to take responsibility for anything,
Right.
right? I said Dame is the easy target because Dame talks, right? Hove ain't saying shit, and he not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he never will, and he don't
What
have to.
what I don't get is in that situation is it's too many women in the world. I'm not sitting back here saying that's the reason for whatever, but the fact that it's been multiple women or it's been like I've never felt like I've always been the kind of guy who once my homie goes at a woman or something like that, I don't never feel I've never been on a Zach Morris, AC Slater type situation where we fighting over a woman. There's too many beautiful women in the world for it to be that kind of situation. If we see a female for the first time, and if it's me and Rel or me and Yan or whatever, and back in the day, and we seen her and Yan wanted her, or Yan was like, "Yo, I'm gonna holler at her," or Rel felt like he was gonna holler at her. I never felt the need to compete with my homie for a woman's attention. There's too many women in the world
Mm-hmm.
for me to feel like, oh, I gotta have her. Okay, as soon as my homie felt like that was his move, then she was off limits to me, and it wasn't even nothing that was I wasn't even on it. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
It's sad that
right.
I can't understand that. I can't rationalize with two men that are supposed to be squad that call themselves family. See, when I say those things, when I say that's my squad, that's my it really means something to me. When I say that these are my brothers that I'm on this podcast with, I don't say that because it sounds good. I say this because I feel. So there's not a woman on this earth that would come between that because I would never ever check
Right,
for a woman that checked for my brothers at all. If I felt
right.
like she was checking for my brother, that made her not attractive to me. You know what I'm saying? So it makes me question the sincerity of the brotherhood because if it's real brotherhood, there's no way I'm serious. There's even I've been in situations where my homies' exes have invited me to things and stuff like that, and I was like, no, I'm cool because at the end of the day, like that's my folks. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's too many women. Like I don't need her.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never been a type to want a girl that's my
Your
main girl.
man's, yeah.
No, like I'm cool off that. I can find somebody else that rock with me and is good fit for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sad that
Right.
if that's the reason why things didn't work out, it's sad that it was like that. It's sad that two men that are supposed to be family are competing for a woman. I don't see. I can't respect that. And if that's what made that broke up y'all brotherhood, it wasn't sincere,
Mm-hmm.
and it deserved to not be a brotherhood anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else on that, fellas?
Right.
Nah, I'm good. Like I mean, It's a good topic of conversation, but I don't believe any of that. I just think that uh, they just saw it themselves going in a different direction, and some people gather it faster than others.
Right.
Okay. Is Cardi B bringing back sexual rap? Like, what's crazy is I hit both of y'all up about the city girl twerk video, and we don't got to go into that to too much, but it seems to me that Cardi B has a style that's more of a Little Kim, Foxy Brown type of style, and commercially is working for her. And I see it to a point where there's a lot of ladies now who seem to be coming out and they're using their sexuality as you know part of what they're rapping about, like the City Girls twerk video. Another female that stands out to me is her name. Shit. I can't think of her name. That shit just left me. But is that the new move? How y'all feel about it being a thing where is that the new move as far as the raunchiness? Is that what's
I
hot
mean,
as far as female rap?
for me, because I don't listen to rap ball like that anyway, but I do tune into a little bit of it. You know what I mean? I feel like it never left. For me, I feel like it never left. You go
Yeah.
on the gram, you go anywhere else. You
Yeah, I'm listening, y'all. Yeah, we listen.
okay?
Yeah.
You go anywhere else, you see twerking everywhere. You know what I mean? Like I don't think the twerking situation never went anywhere. You know what I mean? People, women shaking their booties and all that. I don't think that never went anywhere. You know what I mean? Is she bringing that flow with it and all that? You know what I mean? Like she in that aspect, and she's you know what I mean, combining the twerk thing with it and everything like that. I think she's doing her thing in that area. You know what I mean? And to make it entertaining, to make it a flow and things like that, I think she's doing her thing in that area. But as far as the ratchiness and all that, in my eyes, it never went anywhere. I feel like she ain't bringing it back. I feel like she's elevating it, but I feel like it still was already here. That's just my side.
How you feel about it, Rob?
Um, I didn't see the City Girls video. I don't watch videos. I'm almost 40 years old. That music is not for me. They're not making it for people like me. I've only seen it because I was on Twitter and they was screenshotting and making memes about Cardi B looking like a tiger or whatever she was. Um, and I agree with Jan. I don't think it's ever left. Like we live in a sexual environment. So like, fine. You know what I mean? The video ain't worse than Tip Drill.
Bro,
Like that is the upper echelon of wild videos, right? You know what I'm saying? It's more like pumps and the bumps than Tip Drill.
but I feel like
You know what I mean?
the crossover aspect, she's doing songs with artists that are not like she's doing. I feel like she's making money in another type instance, like since the early Lil Kim and them days, or like not even Lil Kim. I'm trying to think who really had the. We talking about Bruno Mars, and you know what I'm saying? Like she's like in a place where as though I feel like it's a little different. I'm not saying it's left, but I feel like she's making it to the point where there's a lot of women who aren't really rappers and feel like they sexy can do their thing. And I feel like she's starting to wave as far as that. And a lot of strippers, it seem like, or ladies with bodies feel like they can, you know, do their thing on the rap side of things and be successful and make the. I'm not mad at anybody making any money in a non-legal way. If it's raunchy or whatever, if you making rap music and you doing your thing, if you want to listen to it, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mad at it. I said that with the trail joints that he give us that I don't necessarily like. I'm not mad if you doing something legal and it's getting money for you and people are responding to it. Get your chicken. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? But I definitely feel like
Right.
the crossover aspect. You talking about Bruno Mars and it's like she's everywhere right now. Cardi B's everywhere right now, and she's making it thing like a. I don't think a City Girls or whatever their name is.
See. Mm-hmm.
City Girls will have a chance. Not being that they got time to grow and get better. You feel what I'm saying? I think Cardi B's getting better. Cardi B last year and Cardi B now and the stuff she's putting out is getting better. So I think it's a thing where as
Yeah, she
though
got better writers.
Right. So it's the point where it's not just rap music. She can do a song with Bruno Mars and get it popping. You feel what I'm saying? And that's a whole nother.
Well, she's a
That
likable person, and you don't need talent right now. You just need a following. That's it.
right.
We live in a following society. You don't need talent.
That too.
They gonna sign anybody who got 1.5 million people. I could goddamn get a record deal saying Scoobity Doo Bop if I had 1.5 million people that was
Right.
listening to me say it.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
What's up, Jan? You good over there?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. You know, real crazy. Absolutely, man. That following is where it's at, man. Everything is streaming. Everything is about clicks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We live. It's fast, man. It's fast now, man.
We click
You
on
got that
headlines,
following,
bro.
Right.
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Shit,
That's
you
Yeah.
why.
you
The
start
world
reading
we
the article, it ain't even what you clicked on. You're like, huh?
Yo, that shit happens all the time, yo. All the time you click on some shit thinking it's a video and there's a motherfucker talking like, oh yeah, I'm about to tell you about.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't click on it for that. I clicked on it to see the video.
Yeah.
What happened?
Vlad is good for that shit. When they was talking about Jeff Bezos losing $137 billion, I said, "Well, wait, he's worth $137 billion, right?" And then it's like, "Oh, his wife getting half." Well, motherfucker, that ain't $137 billion. But the storyline is more compelling when you look at it and it say he losing all his money.
And that's even with us. Our most views be the most attractive. And we've had
Yeah,
this
and we
conversation.
know that. Yeah, we
Right.
know that.
We get more views off of what the topic is than what the episode's about.
Right.
If the topic rings bells and the topic seems attractive, people
Yeah.
hit on it.
Yeah.
And that's what we just come to find out. Shit, okay. Now what happened was Dave Chappelle was on stage and Dave Chappelle was talking about a bunch of different things. He was talking about how R. Kelly approached them, about the him making a video about peeing on women.
Yeah.
And he also said something that was interesting to me. He said comedians shouldn't hold back for sensitive audiences. Do what you do. How do you feel about that? Because there's a lot of things going on where as though in the world right now, a lot of comics are going under a lot of scrutiny for their routines and things like that. Do you feel comics should change up and be more sensitive, or should comics stick to their guns and do what they've been doing?
You want me to go, Jan, or you got it?
Oh, you go. I get my respective answer that.
All right. So I think that was fully loaded, and I think the Louis C.K. might have played a part in that, even though the video was old. The Kevin Hart thing, the couple with him doing the R. Kelly skit. Um, I really don't think it fucking matter, yo. Like, so I guess you say, well, he's a comedian, he gets a pass to say what he wants to say and have a routine. Well, you just might feel that way, right? So I don't care if you call me out my name, think I'm a nigga, think I'm a bad. I don't care about what you feel about me. You can say whatever you want to say, right? You got to deal with the consequences regardless, right? So
Right,
if you step to me or step to somebody I love, whatever, you know what I'm saying, comes after that was, you know what I'm saying, your choice, right? Because you could have not said nothing at all, right? And I just think that, historically we give comedians the opportunity to say what they want because we're looking for the jolt or the laugh factor of it all. But what if I hide my hatred or my anti-Semitism or my racism or my sexism or I'm saying any isms behind I'm saying behind the guise of I'm a comedian. Do I get to go on stage right now and say I'm about to start my comedic career and start talking about the LGBTQ community? Nah, I'm just doing that because that's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. You see what I'm saying? Um, you don't know. I mean, like, fine, Dave Chappelle, say what y'all gonna want to say, but people don't have to go to your show, and then people don't have to stay, or people gonna show up and be there, right? Because you're funny.
right,
But you just can't have a random person who don't have any clout go up on stage and start telling, what I'm saying, a black guy, Chinese guy, and a Jewish guy walked into a bar. You just can't start telling those jokes because you
right.
don't have that clout. And that's why, what I'm saying, Kevin Hart caught all that heat for something that he said years ago before he was Kevin Hart. You
But
see what I'm saying?
I think it's more of a thing where as though comedians that are already established might start feeling like they have to be more selective in how they go about things instead of sticking to the thing about a comedian is we want you to be who you are. If we do this podcast, if I do this podcast and I sit back here and I think about every single person that I might offend with my thoughts, am I truly being the best me for this podcast?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I think it's more of a thing where it's though, listen, you've done what you've been doing. End of the day, what you do, and I don't know if it was Dave Chappelle who said this, but it was somebody else. It might have been him, but end of the day, it was like it's certain comics that for certain people. If you don't like that comic might not be for you. That don't mean you should go hate on him or protest against him. That just might not be the kind of comic you need to be watching. You get what I'm saying? I need to be listening to. I need to be at his show. You get what I'm saying? But I don't think you can. You got to stick to what got you to where you are. You can't change who you are midstream because you might lose everything.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, my goal on this is, it makes me think like, is these people under some type of oath? Like, did these people do something in the background where, no one knows? You know what I mean? Like, why are they so, like, iffy about what you should say? You know what I mean? Be a man and go ahead and say it. You already made it. Like, a lot of these guys already made it. They already got their millions up. Say what you gonna say. You know what I mean? That's why I respect Kevin Hart for not apologizing about what he's talking about. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it seems like Hollywood is Hollywood, man. It's some weird things going on over there, man. That it's like a lot of people catching backlash from that. But it's just making me think that there's a lot of things that they have made a oath about, or you know what I mean? It's certain things that they may have done to get where they at, so they could be controlled about the things that they saying. You know what I mean? But that's just me. That's just how I be thinking, man. I be thinking outside the box, like, you know what I'm saying, things that I don't see. You know what I mean? But man, say what you want to say, bro. Say what you want to say, man. I respect Dave Chappelle, stepping up for all the comedians. You know what I mean? And that's my take on it, man.
Okay. One more thing before we chill for a minute. What determines where you from? And I say all that to say it comes from the mellow thing. Like, I'm a guy who's lived in many places, but I claim Nicetown. I'm from yeah. You a guy who lived in you lived in Logan, you lived in Nicetown. What determines where you say you from? Yeah.
Yeah. You was breaking up. You was breaking up. It's on me.
Yeah. What determines where you from?
Yeah, I lived in Logan. You know what I mean? Born in Philadelphia. Lived in Logan, but I moved to Nicetown around when I was like 6 years old. That's where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? I got my knowledge and I got my aura that's about me from the town. You know what I mean? I still have folk in Logan, but at the same time, where I got my knowledge from, where I got my aura from as a young man, you know what I'm saying, at the time, I'm from the town, man. Well, I got my true brothers is from Logan and Nicetown, all the way through. But as far as where my heart is at, my heart is from the town, bro. My heart is from the town. I understand that the ball got Baltimore on his chest, but he repping New York. You know what I'm saying? New York probably where his knowledge is from. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I respect it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm from the town. You know what I mean? Because I got my knowledge from the town.
Fuck that, Jan. Hey, Mello moved to goddamn go Baltimore. He was like 2 years old. He ain't got no fucking knowledge in New York. If he from New York, Michael Jordan from New York.
Well, I'm definitely I'm a nice too. I was born in the town. I've lived in Virginia. I lived in West Oak Lane at points, but I got my style. I got my swag, if you want to call it.
Yo, hold up real quick. It's a lot of feedback. I'm gonna call you right back, yo. There's a lot of feedback, yo.
All right, you want to quit on this?
Nah, we good. We good. I'm gonna punch him back in so we can finish this thought.
No, but I'm saying as far as this, you just text me.
Yeah. We still recording though. So.
Oh. You gotta stop doing that shit to me, man. You be having me on fucking go.
Yeah. Hold up, y'all. Yo.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I was saying, like I lived a lot of places. I lived in Virginia for years. I've lived up West Oak Lane, but I feel like I got my flavor, my style, the way I carry myself. I'm a nice town guy. Like we was all me, you, Triz, Hot, Frank. We was all raised together. Like
Right,
you know, the way I go about things, my
right,
mentality, my thought process is from Nice Town, and I think that's just like I think where you're from is more of a meant to, more of a just how you carry yourself, where your mindset is, where you got your, you know, you went through your little hardships, where you got your style from. I think that's determines where you're from.
right, right.
I'm a goddamn nomad, yo. I left Baltimore when I was 17 years old. I've been gone for almost 21 years. I've lived away from Baltimore longer than I've ever lived there. Even from Cherry Hill, you know what I'm saying, being born in that area and moving away from when I was 9, I still rep South Baltimore. One, my grandmother lived there until she passed away in May. My grandmother's house still exists. My aunt lived down the street from there. You know what I'm saying? All my friends is there. My cousins are there. I'm from South Baltimore, Cherry Hill. If anybody ever asked me, you know what I'm saying, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Rich, raised in Cherry Hill. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? My whole family from
Right.
there. So I rep Baltimore, but I joke with people all the time, like I'm a nomad. Like with the first place I've ever, you know what I'm saying, bought a house was in Texas. So, you
Okay.
know what I'm saying, I got a job in Texas. Like, you know what I mean, my residency outside of me being in the military was established in Texas. So
But
there's that.
you still got that Baltimore lingo and everything.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dr. Mike. Dr. Mike, I need my hoodie. I ain't forget. I need my rich hoodie. I was raised in South. I was raised in Cherry Hill too. That's no bullshit. I'm a chicken box guy. Real talk.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, we gotta get you to Baltimore. Get you a chicken box ASAP.
Yeah, for sure.
And let's get it, man. Let's go. Let's do a gentleman's thing, man. Let's do it.
That's a bet.
You know,
All
I
right,
be
so
in Baltimore though. Well, put it this way, I used to be in Baltimore when I was with the lady.
Yeah.
We used to go to Baltimore all the time.
look,
Go
Baltimore,
to
where is
Beachport
that, man?
all
I
the
love
time. Man,
Baltimore.
I love Baltimore. I love the harbor. You know what I mean? I like being in that type of setting. You know what I mean? But you know, on the flip side of that, man, yo, Baltimore mess with Philly like that, man. Like Baltimore and Philly, they mess with each other like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like real rap. Like you look at the history of people, you know what I mean? Like Philly get a lot of love from Baltimore. Baltimore get a lot of love from Philly, man. Like real rap.
Listen, I
Real
love
rap.
Baltimore.
I
Hey,
love Baltimore though.
give me a chicken box with some wedges and a half, dog, all day.
Yeah.
With some nice cheese all day. But yeah, we want to thank you for coming on, bro. I thank you for giving us a 2 hours of your time.
We appreciate
Easy.
it,
No
brother.
doubt. Hey, listen, man, this is not a hard thing to do, man. Y'all niggas is my brother, man. I love y'all niggas to death, man.
We
I know
love you
me and
too,
Real,
bro.
we haven't talked or none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We haven't seen each other for a long time, but the love never lost, like no love, no
Never.
loss. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't even missed a beat. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like this is easy. This is easy right here. But I want to put a plug in though. Yo, check out my site. Go to my site, man, at gadgetmyway.com. Gadgetmyway.com, man. You know what I mean? I got a gadget online store. You know what I mean? I'm on the business side, man. How about this young entrepreneur? You know what I mean? Help me out a little bit, man.
Yeah. And I'm gonna put the link in the description.
Early.
Gadgetmyway.com.
Early.
Gadgetmyway.com, man. Look out for me, man.
For
But
sure.
on the flip side of that, man, I love y'all, man. Thank you for having me on, man. All right? I love y'all,
All right, we
boys,
love you
man.
I
too.
love you
All
too,
right,
yeah.
y'all. Lock my
Hey, yeah,
number
hit
in,
my
y'all.
horn, bro.
I got you.
All right.
All right.
One.
All right.
That was John Boogie.
Did you pause it?
No, I didn't.
All right.
We're gonna say we're gonna punch back in tomorrow.
We
Wardrobe
can punch
change.
back in tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow.
All right, yeah, me too. All right. Well, we
Solid.
catch y'all on the flip side.
Yeah, stand by to stand by.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Feeling sexy today, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's cold, nigga. It got like -10 degrees out here.
Yeah,
You are recording, ain't you?
you know it.
Yeah, only you, yo. Yeah, man. You know it's Polo though.
Oh, okay. You
It's
fresh,
Lolo. You know it's
fly.
Lolo. You know you figured, do me.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to it, man. Joe Buttons and your man Saha. I want to hear what you got to say about this, man. Joe calling him out. Maul pumped him up for real. What's up? Maul
Yo,
pumped him
Joe
up.
eat Saha ass up, but I'm a huge Saha fan. I don't
Yeah.
care. It don't matter.
Why
Tear
bring
his
it back
ass the
up?
fuck up. Huh?
Why bring it back up?
Cause they bringing it back up. They just keep bringing it up. Like you gotta think like that's like your man's who, you know what I'm saying, you say who came to the house. He should not be named. You know what I'm saying? It should just keep coming up. You know what I mean? And we should have let Trigg smoke his ass, but you know, that's a different story.
That's a conversation for another day.
Yeah. But and that's been like 15 years.
Yeah, definitely. I still owe him one.
Yeah.
His ass still whooped when I seen him.
Mm.
But that's I went to church yesterday, so I'm trying to
What's the
be
light? It's
I'm
on
trying to be
sight.
more. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Definitely.
Yeah, for
No
sure.
matter what's going on. It's
Yeah.
gonna be there's gonna be smoking in the city.
Yeah.
No doubt. So what you think? You think something gonna happen? What's up? You think they're going? I don't think nothing gonna happen, man.
If Saha put something on paper and put out a song, Joe gonna say something.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Saha is a rapper from Atlanta. Him and Joe Buttonton had words. What they had words about?
They ain't really had words about it. Was Joe coming at Saha about him supporting Kanye through all the bullshit.
Right.
And then Saha came back and said something, said he was a hater. I mean, just back and forth, social media shit. I think he said something to him on Twitter. It's been a while. But that was
So
more doing what he do. Yeah.
you don't think nothing gonna come from that?
Nah, I
I
don't.
don't think so either.
I don't. But it's good talk. It's good conversation. It'd be good for hip hop, I think.
All right. What about Missy Elliott? Missy Elliott becomes the first female rapper introduced into the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
She should have
Something
been
crazy.
there. Yeah.
Huh?
First of all, it's only 2 rappers in the Songwriter Hall of Fame, which is nuts.
Who is this? Hove and Nas?
And Missy. Like,
Oh, word!
that's it.
I thought Nas was in that joint.
Nah.
He might not be. Well, you probably right.
Hove was the first one like last year.
Right. So they
I
trying to
remember
make
Hove
a
show up to the he didn't show up to the ceremony. He had his lawyer there.
Oh, word.
Yeah, Hove show up.
So is it more of are we accepting? Is the hip hop community accepting this, or is it something that's like being like, oh, y'all not? It's
They're only accepting people who are acceptable. If you understand what I'm saying, right? So why not Jay-Z? But me being the biggest Hove fan, I don't see why Face ain't in there. I don't see why Nas ain't in there. I don't see
right,
why Big and Pac ain't in there. Like, what I'm
right,
saying? And I'm not a fan of Pac. You know what I'm saying? I don't see how Luda not in it. The list can go down, but I'm unapologetically hip hop. So I tell everybody hip hop is the greatest art form genre of music period that's ever existed. Like
right,
motherfucker shit that go over people's head. It's like shit I'm hearing from 94, 95 today that I'm like, oh shit, that's what they meant. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And
right,
that says a lot about the artistry or the impact of it. Anybody can make some words, rhyme together, but for it to have double entendres, triple entendres at that yeah, you know what I'm saying?
right. So I mean, but what do you think as far as is that with Hove only having his lawyer show up? Is this something he's like downplaying? He's not. It's not a big deal. Do you think it's a big deal to the rappers that like the Nas's and the Hoves and the Missies? Do you think it's a big deal for them to get this award or to be brought into this Hall of Fame?
I don't think we're looking for acceptance at this point in the game. Like I
Right.
mean,
We shouldn't be
yeah,
anyway.
you know what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
I think Kiss said it the best. You know what I'm saying. My son is to keep your awards. My son can't eat those plaques.
Right. Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying. Like, what was that on
Definitely.
the
That's on We Are
Eve
the
joint?
Streets.
Nah, that's
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Eve
That's
joint, the
right.
remix.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Right. Right.
yeah.
The wasn't it the Jigga beat?
Was the Jigga beat or was is it that one?
That was that beat. It was that beat.
Okay.
That wasn't a Jigga beat?
Nah, it ain't the Jigga beat. No.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's the Rough Riders
No,
Anthem
that's the
remix.
Jigga. What's my motherfucking name? Jigga.
Nah,
That's
I
that.
don't think it's that beat. I think it's the Rough Riders Anthem remix.
I don't know. We got to look that up
Yeah, I
and
might have
see.
to look that up. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I'm sorry, ladies. It got to be addressed. Tom Brady, the greatest of all time. Have we ever seen a run like this? We're talking about 9 Super Bowl appearances,
In
dog.
17 years.
9 Super Bowl appearances.
Half of that mean every other year, you know what I'm saying? He's been to the Super Bowl his entire career. That's nuts. I don't even want to have an argument or a conversation with people who don't think Tom Brady to go. What are we talking
I,
about?
I never going into this. I didn't have them winning. You always know they can win, or you always know they can get there. But I really didn't see them getting past. I seen them get who they played last week. The Chargers. They
Yeah.
beat the Chargers. Kansas City put up a hell of a fight, man. And I think if Patrick Mahomes would have got that ball again, if that coin would have flipped the right way, Tom Brady. We're gonna be talking about Tom Brady today, but they got that coin flip and Tom Brady got that ball and he wasn't giving it back.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a hell of a game by the Chiefs. It's easy to know what it's easy to say. We're gonna get back to Tom Brady, but it's easy to say, oh, we'll be back next year. It's a lot of people that don't go back next year, man. Dan Marino went to the Super Bowl in his second year, never went back. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? So them opportunities, you gotta grab them by the horns and really run with them because there's no guarantee. No matter how good you look, no matter how good you seem you're gonna be, no matter how good you think your team is gonna be, you can lose to Kareem Hunt. And I told you, them losing Kareem Hunt was gonna
It
play a
hurt.
part.
Yeah, it hurt.
And they could have really used Kareem Hunt yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, I'm right. Check for Neef, right?
Oh, jeez.
Right. I love that shit. Kareem Hunt would have made a major. I think he would have played a part. But we gotta respect Tom Brady. Him and Bill Belichick together, man. This run they're having is unheard of. Only thing, I mean, in sports history, period. What can you
Yeah.
compare it to besides Boston back in the day, like in the '60s?
Mm-hmm.
What they run? Other than that, who's had a run? He's lost more Super Bowls than Cats have won, and won more Super Bowl than Cats have won.
Mm-hmm.
So not only has he, I mean, he's gotten there 9 times. This is going on his ninth time. But
Right.
he won 5 and lost 3 or something.
The franchise has been 11 times.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying his run, their
Yeah,
run.
he's 5-3. Yeah.
Right. And I mean, let's hold on before we ask who's going to win a Super Bowl. Let's talk about the refs messing up the Saints' run
Mm-hmm.
because that I seen 2 pass interferences from the guy with the 2 last names. The one who did the pass interference that we all talking about, everybody's talking about right now. If you watch the game, it was like 3rd down. He hit him way before the ball came. He had a holding penalty on I want to say on Ted Ginn Jr. where he hit him a little early. Before that, like
The
there's
dang
2 different
call.
times where his play should have been a call.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the refs definitely took that game from the Saints.
They said the league office called them right after the game, said, "Oh, we missed that one."
No, he
That's
said he called. Sean
no.
Payton
He
said I
said
called the league
the
off.
league office called.
Oh, I thought he said he called them.
Nah.
Man, it gotta
Blew
hurt.
that
That gotta be a hurt piece. I mean,
They blew it, and I mean they blew it.
I've been watching sports TV all this morning. You know, it's Monday, we off, so I've been watching. And you know, they say a game can't be decided by one play, but that play definitely decided that game. At
Yeah,
that point,
because at that point you're just taking these, and then you setting up Lutz, right? So
right,
if Lutz missed, fine, but you give them no time
right,
to,
to
you
do
know what I'm
anything,
saying? Yeah, but yeah,
do anything. And I'm interested in seeing what's in the next 2 weeks. What's up with Todd? I'm Gurley. What's his name? Todd Gurley?
yeah.
Because he
He
didn't
ain't
really
play
play that
last
much
night.
at all.
Yeah.
He barely played. So I'm really interested in seeing how that plays out.
It don't matter who play. I don't care who hurt, who there, who healthy, who doing what. I don't care if Brandon Cooks is doing this thing or I agree to say Sammy Watkins, but I forgot Sammy Watkins is in
On the Chiefs.
on the Chiefs. Who they ever receivers besides Cooks? Cooks was in New England last year.
No, yeah, but they got Cooks and they got what's the young boy? What's the boy name? He played for Buffalo. Shit, I can see. Dang, what's his name?
Not Kelvin. Kelvin?
No. Kevin Mitchell was with the. He played for Buffalo a couple years ago. He's a solid receiver. I can't think of. Oh shit. I can't think of his name, but he
Anyway,
definitely ball.
right, but I mean, like, it's gonna come down to Sean McVay versus Bill Belichick. Like, people don't understand the mind of Bill Belichick. He is a fucking genius, right? Like, you get out coached. You don't get outplayed because they don't have the talent player wise. Their
Right,
scheme is ridiculous. You know what I'm
right,
saying? The last high profile successful wide receiver that Tom Brady never had was Randy Moss.
right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, dog.
But they had Ocho Cinco, but he didn't ever
Yeah,
play.
yeah, that was short lived.
Right. And I want to say fuck New England um
The Rams.
and fuck the Rams because they messed up my dream Super Bowl, which would have been the Chiefs versus the Saints, which probably would have been the highest scoring Super Bowl in NFL history.
Mm. I thought the
I don't think
NFL
we're
was
going to
going
get
to
that.
set it up because I thought they wanted the Rams versus the Chiefs. I mean, not the Rams versus
I
yeah.
wanted
That game
the
was
Saints. I
crazy.
think the Saints. Either way, with the Chiefs, it would have been. But I think it's going. I mean, Tom Brady can sling the rock too. Like he can get in the groove and start doing this thing too. But every time you think his run is over, it's never over with Tom Brady.
Right. That's why I said you can't count the Patriots out until they're out. Like, that's it. You can't count them out, bro.
Definitely. All right. Now let's go into this. My top fives, right?
Yeah.
That's what we doing. My top fives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now the top five for this week is top five R. Kelly songs you're going to miss listening to,
All right.
which was all my brothers. You got a list?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready. Can you hear me?
All right. So we got the top five R. Kelly songs we'll never listen to again. You got your list. You want to hear mine
It's
first?
the
Which one you
top
got?
five Arlie Kelly cards you're gonna miss because you can't listen to him again.
Right. You're going to miss because you can't listen to him no more.
Yeah.
Right. Because we cutting shit off. You ready?
Yeah.
Number one, my favorite, feeling on your booty.
All right.
Is etc. If you don't know about etc., I'm not gonna tell you to get your weight up on some R. Kelly shit because you're not fucking with him no more.
Yeah.
But that was one of them joints from I think the R album.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite joints. Ignition 1 and 2.
Okay.
Classic.
Yeah.
And fifth is probably I wish. I wish.
Yeah.
That joint. It's the top five R. Kelly songs that I'll never listen to again in
That you're gonna
history.
miss.
Right.
All right. So I'm gonna go in reverse order. So number 5 is One Man. You know what I'm saying? The One Man.
Yo, listen.
Yeah.
We had this conversation.
All right. You're right.
You're not singing this
I'm
shit.
not singing. All right. You're
All right.
right.
One man can only change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Go ahead.
Number 4 is the whole down low, you know what I'm saying, series. All of them. All of them. All of them.
Right. Right. Even with Contagious? Is Contagious in there
Yeah,
too?
yeah.
Damn, Mr. Biggs.
I know. Number 3 is the R&B Thug joint.
Come and get some of this.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right.
Number 2 is the joint with Cam and them. We Ride.
Is that off the R album?
That's off the R album. Yeah, it come on right after One Man. Like it's the next song.
Is it?
Yeah, with Cam, Nori, and Jay-Z.
Oh
We
wow.
ride, rewind. All my niggas in the club. All the bitches show me love. That joint. Yeah.
I don't remember that joint.
And number 1, the song we miss the most is the Bump and Grind remix, yo.
Yeah, he's nasty.
And the bonus one, because I'm gonna go ahead and throw 6 out there. The
Go ahead.
interlude on goddamn on 12 play. Where he was
Yeah,
like,
you got some of the worst ones.
what?
You got some of the worst ones, yo.
Crazy. The interlude was dope.
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck R. Kelly though.
Right, definitely.
Yeah. Like,
all right.
all that
Listen,
shit.
Mike, I was online. I don't know if I sent you the link when Dave Chappelle was talking. He was talking about how when he seen R. Kelly and all that. But
Yeah.
he also said that comedians should stick to their guns and not, censor what they do. You get what I'm saying? They should stick to, what they do and not, hold back for sensitive audiences. How you feel about that?
I feel like we talked about it yesterday on the podcast.
Did we? Oh shit! Yeah, we did, yo.
Yo,
My bad.
go ahead.
Right.
Go drop your tagline.
Fucking up. Right.
Exactly.
I was twisted by then, I guess. I gotta stop that shit. All right, I'm putting you under pressure because my main man Charlie Young said, since you got a problem with college football, how things will be handled, how would you fix the situation?
Fucking pay them kids, yo.
Pay them how? Pay them how much? Like
Pay
break
them
it.
based on what they bring in. Right? You know what I'm saying? Your little D2, D3 school might be making $1,000 a year, but fucking UT making 80 million.
Right.
Revenue, profit. You see what I'm
So
saying?
how do you break it down with all them players? Like
You break it down like you do everything else based on what you
so,
bring in.
so certain players get certain amounts. You're saying?
Absolutely. They make certain amounts.
Mm,
I don't care if you on TV, but we talking about Notre Dame on TV every Saturday. I don't give a fuck they win a game or no games.
right. You ain't
You,
never lie.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever. They still gonna be there, which means the revenue's still coming in. And the seats are still full. Win, lose,
Right.
or draw.
Right. Definitely.
You
What
paying
about?
them to get there to go to the program and be around. These kids ain't going to fucking school. I got Friday Night Lights on right now. This was high school. That shit was real.
Right. So you
It's
don't think
still
they
real.
like in 3 years you got to go to some classes, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah. Like,
Yo,
did
but
you see that documentary that what's his name did? Um, the one and done joint that Ben Simmons did. Did you ever peep that one?
no. I'm
Oh
not
man,
check.
that shit was great. So all you got to do is pass like one semester, and you don't have to go to
What
class
is
no
different
more.
for a college basketball student who can be one and done?
I'm just saying. For example, I'm talking about the importance or the lack of importance of the education system. You're not there for that. It wouldn't matter basketball or football. The only difference is 1 year versus three. That's the only difference.
Right, but I'm just saying it's easy to cover up a half a semester or a semester, and
Oh, I
you know,
agree, but I'm saying how much of a joke it is. The same thing go with football. You're not taking these hard classes where you're sitting there doing it. You can't possibly do that. What happens when you got to travel in the middle of the week? You know what I'm saying?
right.
So your classes are designed. You taking one or two classes on Monday and Tuesday after conditioning and strength training,
You
after
know a lot more.
practice,
You know a lot more about it than I do, so I'm
right?
definitely with you on
After
that.
film study, like all of that stuff is what you're there for. We just don't have the balls to say it. If there was a true amateur system where you could come up to a farm league like baseball, a double A, a triple A,
And these cats to be doing that.
straight.
Definitely, you're right.
I take my 40 grand. I take my 60 grand. And then move up to double A where I'm making 100. Then move up to single A where I'm making 250. Then move up to the professional league and I'm making, you know what I mean? If you can get groomed through there from high school, college wouldn't exist. But it's such a fabric of our economy is the real issue
Right.
that you just can't do that.
That should be crazy because then you'll really know what you're working with as far as, and that might be better for an NFL team because you know kind of what you're dealing with as far as what you're getting. When you're in college, I don't think sometimes you get to really see, like you said, the farm thing. That makes more sense as far as on that level.
Yeah.
It make more sense to know what you're getting when you drafting, or you draft them beforehand. Would that be like a draft them out of high school and then they go to the farm and do it like that? Well, I
Mm-hmm.
think like the D League, well they call it the G League now is I think a wonderful thing and how they doing that in the NBA. I think the NBA in a lot of ways is killing football as far as that aspect of things.
Right. From a developmental standpoint, but like I said, college football is such a huge part of what we do economically that you would be getting rid of jobs that would cripple society. Right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Much worse than when the internet got rid of the fucking typewriter. You know what I'm saying?
So
Or the mail system.
you don't think having a farm system would create jobs also where those jobs are lost at?
I do. But
But the
I'm just
money
talking.
wouldn't be the same.
Well, it probably would be more, actually. But I'm talking about from what's already been established, right?
Right.
So you got to think how much that would affect Vegas, and for them to have to make the shift, right? So all
Right.
you need is 100 kids to change it throughout the country, and then you just like LeVar Ball is a fucking clown, but I appreciate what he did.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And I probably think that's why he's been so quiet right now because somebody probably looked at him and said, "You gotta shut the fuck up if you want this to work." So shut the fuck up.
Right. Because you ain't heard nothing from him.
Nope.
Crazy. What's name down for 4 to 6 weeks?
Zoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
He was
that
looking all right.
grade 3. Yeah,
He was looking all right. He was looking good, man.
yeah.
Almost beat
Houston.
Houston the other night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if Brian and Rondo, they put me back any day now too, so we're gonna see how that fall into play.
Yeah.
Back any day now. John Wick 3. How you feel about the John Wick series?
I love John Wick 1. I think that they just reaching on 2. And 3 will be just like Taken 3. I don't want to see it.
So you think it's more like when I think of that, I think of it's crazy the Matrix series with him. How the Matrix 1 was just
Same.
amazing, and then I mean John Walt. I said John Walt. John Wick. I'm gonna have to watch it again. I seen it. Like I said, it wasn't as good as the first one. It felt like
Yeah.
the third one is like
Right. Like Taken. Taken 1 was amazing. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Got a special set of skills. And then the
right,
second one, you had a special set of skills. And the third one,
right.
guess what he had? A
A
special set of
special
skills.
skills,
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
So it's only so many things you can redo, man. Like even with the Equalizer, I felt like the second
They could have
Equalizer
kept
wasn't
it.
right. Sometimes you gotta leave it alone, but I guess the profit and you see success, you gotta try it again.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
for sure.
saying?
For sure.
But you can't knock that. But ain't too many seconds better than the first. Like what movie on a whim? What movie do you think the second one was better than the first one? And not only one I can think of off the top of my head is Bad Boys. I think Bad Boys 2 is a little better than Bad Boys 1.
Yeah.
We got that 3 coming. Bad Boys for Life. They shooting and everything. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Which one do I think that
Can you think of
my
one off the
favorite
top of
movie?
your head?
Oh yeah, for sure. Back to the Future.
So you be like Back to the Future 2 is better than 1? I ain't seen Back to the Future in a minute. I think the Rockies might have been. How about Rockies? I
Tyree
ain't gonna.
called me. Should I answer the phone while we're recording?
Hey, nephew.
What's up, Tyree?
Hey, Dad.
What's happening?
Nothing. What you doing?
Recording my podcast. You live. Say what's up to the
What,
people. Say
what's
what's up
up,
to your Uncle
nephew?
Neef.
What's up, everybody? Hey, Uncle Neef.
What's going on, nephew?
Nothing much. All right.
You need something or you good?
No, I just wanted to know if I could get something free off Wish. Just a gift.
What do you? I get yo. There's no such thing as free. I keep trying to explain that to you. We do it when you come home. Stop doing that. They want
All right.
something from you. I keep trying to tell you.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Like, yeah, y'all gonna get it. Y'all gonna get it
It's
live and
real.
uncut from us.
See, I already called Bree this morning, so we already good. I
Yeah,
talked to Bree, so we
nah.
know we good.
Tyree go over my sister's house on Friday, and I see him the evening before the day he gotta go back to school.
Right. So he might be
So
chilling.
yeah,
Right.
it'd be me and baby girl. We about to go to the movies.
What y'all gonna say? You gonna see outside?
Spideyverse. Already
Cool.
seen it.
Good movie, right? How you feel
Yeah,
about it?
real good. I liked
I
it.
enjoyed
I
it.
really enjoyed it. Yeah,
And I think Kev did the funny thing, but still was serious.
but
I
sir,
think it
yeah,
was right. It
it's
was a
amazing.
good move for him, whereas it wasn't too serious. Yeah, well, y'all gonna go see? Y'all gonna see what?
Spideyverse.
What the hell is that?
Spiders.
All right, the
Yeah,
Spider Man.
yeah.
Oh, all right, cool. She a Spider Man fan?
That's what she picked. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go do the daddy daughter thing. Go kick it.
I can they get large popcorn all day.
Yeah.
Yo, we went to the movies the other day.
Mm-hmm.
T killed the popcorn, dog. Listen,
Mm.
he had breakfast and they went to the movies like in the afternoon. And
Yeah.
we went to like 2 buckets. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Mm.
Yo, he killed that popcorn, man. But I enjoyed watching the upside definitely. I gotta be honest, man.
Yeah.
I It's a couple artists I need a classic album from.
Mm-hmm.
And Jada Kiss is one of them guys. I love Kiss versus. He's still my top 5. One of the greatest to ever do it. But I feel like he hasn't had that career defining album. That classic album, he hasn't had it yet. When I sit back and listen to it, it's been albums that they've been all good, but
Mm-hmm.
that classic, like Meek just dropped Championships is his classic.
Oh, for sure.
Nas, Illmatic, everybody, Nori's N-O-R-E is his classic.
Mm-hmm.
I need a classic from Jadakiss. I need a classic from Fab. I need a classic career defining album that that maybe they need to open up more and let people more into their personal lives, and that might bring that out. But as them being my favorite artists, and both of those guys being in my top 5s, I need that classic, that in depth, look into you, give me your soul classic album. And I don't think we've had that from either one of those guys. How
Mm-hmm.
you feel?
Um, I agree. But at this point, I honestly think it's late in the game. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think it's
Well, I
cool.
mean, Hove gave it. Not that Hove's 444 was his classic because I think he's had classic before that. I mean, we can go. I feel like with
Hove
rap,
don't count. Hove do whatever the fuck he want to do.
right, but I don't think it's. I don't think there's a like. I don't think it's like sports where time is against you. I think if anything in hip hop and rapping, time can be, if not, it can help you. You get what I'm saying? And I think those guys, it's possible. You get what I'm saying? And then I'm not saying it's gonna happen. We may not never get it, and they still
Mm-hmm.
going to stand where they stand as far as me. But I really just want that from them. You know, I feel like it's artists that have had their classics album. I just don't feel like looking back.
Mm-hmm.
There's not that album that be like, yo, that's a classic right there. Like, there's
Mm-hmm.
not a Kiss album out there like that.
Mm.
Even Styles got Gangsta and the Gentleman. Gangsta and Gentleman is a classic album.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel like Kiss is giving us that. I don't feel like Fab is giving us that. You know, I feel like I need that from them guys. But I mean, I hope it happens.
I can see that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What? Anything else, bro?
Nah, I'm good, man.
What else I got on the list? This motherfucker Lee Daniels, right?
Mm-hmm. The gay superhero.
Right.
What's it called? Super
Listen,
bitch.
that's my twist. I'm not even the gay superhero thing is cool. Why do it gotta be called super bitch? You get what I'm saying?
I hope
Like
he
if you
was
go,
joking.
okay, then I might be
That's
wrong.
I hope he was joking.
But I'm just like, to me, it's like it don't gotta be that extreme. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's too extreme.
I'm
You know
all
what I'm
for
saying?
having an inclusive society, but like like you just overdoing it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay to be pro black or pro, you know what I'm saying, whatever, pro whatever you pro. But there's a
Right,
difference between pro and extreme. There's
right,
pro sports and there's extreme sports. They're not
right,
the same.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
You doing too much, man.
Yeah.
Like end of the day, it's over for that. What's the name? Shit. That what's the name of that show you got on Fox? That shit been dead. That Cookie, the Lions, and all them.
Oh, I don't.
That shit been. I watched maybe the first and second season,
Yeah,
and I
that's
was
where it
done with
stopped.
that shit. They like on 10 seasons now. I don't know
Yeah,
how the
we
fuck
might
it's
give Dre his
still
props,
living.
but that's where it stops.
Right, that
Yeah,
shit is poop juice.
yeah.
Definitely. Coming to America sequel. How you feel about that? I
I'm
seen
ready.
that.
I'm ready
You
for it.
ready?
I'm
You
ready
think you
for
gonna bring? You think they gonna bring it?
it. It depends on who they add. It,
Right. They talk.
the
They talking
additions
about
have to be.
he got an illegitimate son in America, and he going back for him. I don't know, man. I
Who
don't know.
Eddie got an illegitimate son?
Some shit like that.
Is that the storyline?
I'm hearing that's what it's supposed to be.
Is it supposed to be Kev?
Kevin Hart.
Yeah. Because
I don't
when
think
they was
so.
putting out all the circulars and flyers, they had Kevin Hart in there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Coming
they
to
keep
America.
trying to put Kevin Hart on that, but who knows? I mean, it'll be dope.
Yeah.
You got to bring Simi back. I feel like you got to bring Arsenio back.
He is. He
Right? I
signed
don't
up.
know. I don't know, man. We gotta
James
see,
Earl
man.
Jones, everybody signed on.
James Earl Jones still a king. I had to whack that nigga. Like all these years, you still ain't the king.
He's
You
still
got to tell
alive. He's
that.
still the king. He
Nah.
did Mufasa and he doing Mufasa again. Like
Right,
how
right.
real is that?
But
He
I'm
the
just
fucking
saying,
king.
if I'm what was his name on Coming to America? What was Eddie Murphy's name on Coming
Hakeem.
to America? If I was Hakeem, I'd be like, come on, Pop, damn.
Nah, yo, he gotta still be the king.
I'm still a prince. I'm like 50.
Yeah. Like
That shit
60.
is fucking terrible.
Yeah, he king.
Like 60, right? It's still a fucking prince. You old as shit, my G.
Yeah.
Get it together, man. What about Kevin Hart buying his homies? Speaking of Kevin Hart,
Mm-hmm.
he buying all the
Couple.
plastic cup boys, them old schools. That was dope.
Yeah.
And he did research and asked them questions, and
They ain't
he
know.
really right.
Yeah, they
Dope shit.
like Kevin Hart dope as shit as a person. He just ain't funny.
Here we go with this shit again.
It's like
Right. Well, I can live with that.
yeah,
Definitely. That's how you take care of your folks, man.
yeah.
And
That's his
all the shit
squad.
is in their name and all that. Right.
Yeah. That's
They ain't
how
no
that's
shit.
how I would rock. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't no shit you can take back.
Nah.
Definitely. So they got to pay the taxes on that shit and everything. So he had to line up like that. I seen him on the Rivers Club talking about that shit. Yo, you watched Shameless last night?
I did not watch Shameless yet.
Get your fucking life together.
I'm gonna get yo. I'm busy. You just
Right. Okay.
audience. We
Right.
supposed to start recording. I
Right.
got people who need me, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're a busy
I
man.
told you like there's a bigger dream for all of this. Like I got to get to the bag to get to the bag. You know what I mean?
Right. Definitely. It was a good episode, man. I'm anxious to see how it's all gonna fall into play.
Man.
You know, losing what's her name on the show?
You talking about Emma?
Yeah, what's her name on the show though?
Fiona.
Fiona. You think it's? I think it's survive without Fiona.
Mm, I don't know. I still feel some way about what's his name not being there.
About Ian.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. They might be doing this season. Then probably one more.
and call it quits. Yeah,
Right.
like they're gonna have to introduce another character. Somebody has to take Fiona place.
Well, you got Lip and his little shorty and all that. And
Somebody got to take Fiona place.
what's the name already taking Fiona place?
Who?
Debbie.
Nah,
Debbie
Debbie
stepped
needs to
up.
still be Debbie. Somebody needs an addition, not you know what I'm saying, fill in or
They ain't even had Liam on that episode. I'm like, where Liam at?
yeah.
I ain't even see Liam on there. I ain't got nothing else to talk about. You got so much. What's on your mind, bro?
I'm trying to check out. You know, I ain't been watching much TV, yo. So I recorded Valley of the Boom. I
What's
record.
that?
That's that shit about the internet, like how it got started, and you know how everybody didn't know what it was, and you know that all the internet companies got set up in the early 2000s when the money hit, and
Oh
then
yeah.
yeah,
What that's on? That's on what?
I think National Geographic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I recorded it. I keep it a buck. I still ain't seen.
You ain't finished Snowfall yet.
I ain't even started watching one episode from season 2.
What the fuck is you doing?
I just told you what
I know
I'm
you
doing,
got a lot
bro.
going on,
I got
dog.
a lot going on, man.
Snowfall that shit, man.
I
Snowfall that
know.
shit.
I just
Ray,
can't commit myself to spend. You know what
Ray
I mean?
Donovan just put out a classic season. I got to get on Punisher. I ain't finished the first season of Punisher.
Mm,
Shameless on right now. Power about to come back. Animal Kingdom about to come back. I'm a show guy, man. Shows all day.
yeah.
I saw a lot of shit. Don't finish it though. Oh yeah, so you want to say about that? I heard about the this is the '90s shit. The shit that was on that the shit that what is it? The shit that was on Netflix, I think, or something. I think Jonah was talking about it a while back
Oh, it's yeah. They
about
talk about
how
all the stuff that yeah.
that was popping in the '80s and shit like that. Yo, I got to shout out, man, Stuart Scott and Rich Eisen, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Stuart Scott and Rich Eisen, when that ESPN shit first started popping, when that sports channel first started popping, and them cats was
Yep.
Stewart was bringing the fire. Like we
Mm-hmm.
never seen sports casting like that. We seen
Yeah.
oh yeah, look, and he's doing this and them guys were something extra,
Yeah.
man. They really changed the part of it. You see everybody got their little slang in there now and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. But them two guys,
With the boom
you gotta
shakalakas
salute
and
them
the
guys.
yeah.
Right. You gotta salute them guys, man. Them guys really being a kid, I was like, yo, this is the dopest shit ever.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely, definitely.
R.I.P. to Stu.
Definitely R.P. to Stu. Rich Eisen still doing this thing on NFL Network. Yeah,
Yeah.
Stu was the guy, man. Stu was definitely he changed the game, definitely. Both of them guys together was like them two together was on sports and it was like that shit.
Yeah, Sports Center
Definitely.
made a lot of changes. And this
ESPN ain't my favorite no more. Like I don't watch no shit that I used to watch when I was a kid. I don't watch BT no more. I don't watch ESPN for real. It's the game on, or it's like NFL, NBA countdown.
mm-hmm.
I don't watch the NFL shit. I watch the game, like the Monday night game. I watch it, but I don't watch their pre games. I watch all my NFL shit. I go to NFL Network.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I go through them. I feel like I fuck with them more on the sports side of things. Even NBA TV, I'd rather watch than ESPN. But I watch little shows. But ESPN fell off to me, man. They lose a lot of people too.
Yeah.
Fox Sports got a lot of they motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They best people too. Whatever happened with old girl? Like, is she still on there?
Jamila?
Yeah, she's still on ESPN. She's weird.
She doing her own thing.
And how that fall? Like they had a fallout because of what? Just how her
Cause
stance
she
was
say what the fuck she want to say.
right.
That's it.
Janelle, what's her name? Was Janelle, right?
What?
Janelle, what?
No,
What's
Jamila
her name?
Hill.
Jamila Hill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Her and Michael Smith. I see him. They got
Is
him.
he still on?
They demoted him. He on fucking I want to say he on what's the boy show with Poppy? I seen him on there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Was it highly
Highly
questionable?
questionable, right? I see him on there. Like,
Really?
yeah, they really gave him a
How you go from the 6 to that? But that's a whole nother story. I
a
could
whole other time. Yeah,
I mean, because we'd be another hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to think about that, just reference. You know what I'm saying? Championships, track 4, what's free, third verse.
right.
You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? Like,
I wanted to give Soldier Boy the Broadish Award again this week, but I really feel like He's not being broadish.
He's a fucking genius.
Right. So my broadish award goes to Joel Santana because you just marrying that girl because you about to go do a bid. That's how I look at it. If you was gonna marry, you was gonna marry her.
Yeah.
The fact that you marry her before you do your little 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
it seemed broadish to me.
Yeah.
Thinking of that one. Anything grinding your gears is on your mind?
I think we got it all off, yo. I'm
Got it
Gucci.
all up?
Yeah.
Yo, that City Girls joint, it's crazy. I enjoyed it.
Royce just put out a video for Cocaine. That's the best shit going on right now. He just
Is
put
it?
it out. Yeah.
No, I seen it. I ain't watch it
I
though.
like it because I love that
I
song.
seen
I
it.
love that album. Hands down, best album 2018.
Man, here we go. It's 2019 now, dog. We halfway through it. We in the mix already. We definitely in the mix.
Yeah, well, let's see what music bring this year.
One more question.
Yo,
Does sex early affect how you look at a woman?
early in a relationship?
Early in getting to know her.
When I was younger, it probably would have, right?
Right.
Because you care about what other people think. If I was being happily married and now I don't put too much stock into it, but you know, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? You I don't give a shit. Like
Right. I felt
I
I
don't
felt
care.
like probably. I mean, even when I was younger, I never really. That wouldn't be. Oh, I ain't messing with Shorty because she gave me some yesterday. Like to me, that was never really.
That's you know how nutty that sound, yo.
Right. Right. Right.
Like, I expect, you know what I'm saying, for like I would have sex with women just like women would have sex with me. That's a two-way street. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I don't and then again I don't care what your numbers look like either. I just don't give a fuck.
I mean, we had that conversation already.
Yeah,
Even
I
when
don't care.
listen,
Whatever.
I don't want to know, but yeah, that wouldn't affect me. I don't know where I came up with that. I don't know if y'all know. A lot of times, a lot of this shit just comes from conversation,
Yeah.
and I don't know what conversation I had that even put that.
I don't see how it would much matter, you know what I'm saying,
It
in the
shouldn't.
it just I mean, whatever, dog.
Like you might miss out on a good woman because of that. If that was the reason why you didn't
Right.
take
Like
it
maybe
serious.
she just into you and she felt comfortable doing that with you.
And sometimes people just need to get off what they need to get off.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might have been a minute, and she wanted to get physical,
Right. But like
and
you
that's
gotta think
cool.
about it. If you gave up yourself on the first night, just like she gave you y'all, it's the same give up.
Right,
You see
right,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like,
You'd be like, you know what? I can't mess with you because you gave me some
yeah.
early. You'd be like,
Yeah.
that's
You a
crazy.
smut too. That really just boils down to you know what I mean, society, the double standard thing. I mean, like,
Right.
that sex is a two-way street, yo, and
But see, you know what? That's a double standard, and that's another thing I had on the list though was the women act like us as men can't turn women down. Like the way women turn men down, they act like we are not capable. And I think that's a double standard too. Like, oh men, y'all can't turn down none.
yeah.
And I don't think that's necessarily always true.
Yeah.
I mean, but they go into that too. So I mean, it'd be double standards with women shit too. Like the fact that we talked about this on the podcast before, the fact that we can't turn down sex like women can. A woman turning down sex saying no, not tonight is a whole lot different than a man saying, oh,
No,
nah,
not
baby.
tonight. Yeah.
She like, what the fuck? That shit don't ride like that. That
Yeah.
shit don't.
I'm a
You
firm
know?
believer you always got 15 minutes. Like, come on, dog.
Right. On
Yeah.
a good night, it might be 7.
Yeah.
A good 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, hey. I had some 7 minutes that was worth remembering. You feel me?
Yeah.
All right, I'm done. You know
All
what? This the
right.
end of episode 28. I do not want to go any further.
Yeah.
That's
We'll pick
that
this shit
Marshall
back up
Falk.
this weekend.
Definitely. That Marshall Falk, definitely. That 28. We appreciate y'all. Listen, man, if y'all bang with us, go down to the link and share it. Share the podcast with your friends. Share the podcast with your folks. Or you got
Share this shit with people you don't fucking like.
right,
Because
on
they
your
might
social
like
media
it.
and all that. Go to the bottom
Yeah.
and hit share, and you
Yeah.
can copy the link, and you can post it on your Facebook. You know what I mean? If you got Apple, you can go ahead and make video. If you want to make a snippet, make a
Yeah.
snippet. Put it out there, whatever, man.
Yeah.
We
And we
appreciate all
taking
y'all.
this thing to the next level too. You know what I'm saying? Some additions. A lot of stuff gonna be going on. We're gonna change some stuff up and stand by. We really appreciate it.
And listen, if you
All right.
can't reach me right now because I ain't on social media, leave a message below or leave a message on Rail page, whatever. What you don't like, if we took away something, because we haven't done stuff like the trail joint in a week, in a couple weeks. We haven't done rail thing in a couple rail shoe thing in a couple weeks. If you missing it and you feel like, yo, where's the rail shoes for the week? Where's the trail pick for the week? Where is the who you got?
Yeah.
If you missing it and we ain't been going to it, then please address that, man. Please come find us and post it wherever underneath the YouTube or wherever you can find it, man. If you need some information, let us know. But we definitely want everybody's input, you know, and how we can improve what we can keep and what we can give away or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, bro. I love you.
I love you too, bro.
All right, this is 28.
28. We out. Appreciate it.